Apparently, I'm live now from Dr. Abigail's place. So everything looks different. But you know, that's the way of things. Have I got a comment already? Holy crap, Megaleech, how'd we get the comment already? Honestly. Okay. Ouch. I'll take that out of my pocket, actually. Yes, so at Dr. Abigail's place, and she's upgrading my PC, and it's being a butt about it. So Dr. Abigail's undertaking the steps that are required.
BIOS update.
BIOS update. So that's what's happening. Nice. Oh yes, that's quite a collection of toilet paper, isn't it? Yeah. I didn't even realize myself, but
I got burnt by the idiots during the.
Oh yeah, during pandemic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I do semi-regularly get the large thing they have. And no, Safra, I have not used the. Well, I haven't used the bidet. I did wee-wees in the toilet. I could go and come back and give a report. I could do that. Jesus Christ, Microsoft is so fucking needy. Sorry. Using Dr. Abigail's laptop and the you have to use Edge for this to work, and it's can we like control your browsing experience because you'd like that? I'm like, fuck off, Microsoft. Honestly, great. Strictly Sega. Ooh, Strictly Sega. Asking the big questions. Have we noticed Quilton getting a bit rougher lately? Personally, I haven't. No, Dr. Abigail says she's not felt any.
Some of these are a year or so old.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's the older, nicer Quilton. I don't know. Yes, Megaleech, the temptation to use AIDS mode is pretty strong. I mean, seriously, when you're just sitting on the toilet and there's a button next to you that says enema.
It is an experience that will change you forever.
Wowzers. Wowzers. Get a few drinks into me and who knows what'll happen tonight. Oh, gosh. Suffer Dishonored is free on Epic. That might be a good game. I have zero interest in it, though. I don't play that many games. And I've got a bunch of games banked up, but thanks for telling me. Where did I put my drinking receptacle? I might pour myself another drink. Kind of annoyed at myself because I had 2 bottled batch cocktails I was going to bring over, and I forgot. But, you know, Dan Murphy's to the rescue, and I've got a few other things to drink. So I might get a little bit of ice. Hey, Cow Hugging Vegan. Let's have a look.
Well, everyone looks at my bookshelf while you do that.
Yeah, there's a whole bookshelf there for you to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of ice. Ice, baby. And I'm having rum and Coca-Cola working for the Yankee dollar. Okay, so I got this. Like I said, I had to get something from Dan Murphy's. Well, had to is probably a strong word, honestly, but chose to. And I'd been thinking about getting this for a while. I've had this in Dr. Abigail's freezer for a while, so it's a bit frosty. Banana Bombs spiced rum. Oh, that's what's so strong. Navy strength. Right. I had a taste of it and went, fuck me, that's strong.
Yeah.
It is. It's 57% alcohol. God damn. All right. But that's good. A really beefy flavored rum. Hot damn. So I'll just put a little bit of that in my glass. And I got my Fever-Tree Distiller's Cola. The upmarket cola. And we'll add that. Rich and complex. Unique blend of citrus and spice. if there's a thing that says Don Elf on Twitch. Look, I'm going to have a hard time. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to have a hard time putting stuff up on because I'm using the touchpad on.
I can get another mouse.
No, it's fine. Actually, I'll say that in like 2 hours if I keep drinking.
Yeah.
It won't be. But at the moment, it's fine. So, yeah. So this is called Banana Bomb. Navy spiced string. So it probably technically doesn't qualify as rum because it doesn't say rum anywhere on it. Yes, it's a spirit drink made with aged rum from Panama with flavors of. So I think by some definitions for rum are actually slightly different around the world. So I think that actually doesn't, because they've done the flavors, it doesn't technically meet the definition of rum in some areas. So they don't actually call it rum anymore, but it is basically quite strong alcohol that's been very flavored. Shrikasegi, you were watching Skate Town? Very, very young Patrick Swayze. Oh, it's a movie. Well, that's a fun question. What's the youngest Patrick Swayze movie? Hi, Kia. Yes, new background. I'm actually transmitting from Dr. Abigail's house, tech support night. She will be here later. She's just doing some online research and downloading for BIOS upgrade for the new motherboard installed. CPU. Sorry, it's not the motherboard. It's the CPU.
If anyone has any heatsink compound.
Yeah, if anyone in Melbourne just has some heatsink compound and wants to have a little trip, message me and
Could use some.
Yeah. Should have seen Patrick Swayze roller boogieing, slapping a belt all over the place, kind of like Dirty Dancing on Space. I love it. Oh, Rays, did you not? You were on the stream last night. Last night was the Bye Bye AZ stream. Were you there just at a point where we weren't talking about him? Yeah, it's a whole thing that we're all coming to terms with. Fortunately, Safa, yeah, I did not take the public transport because I actually brought a few things over here. So I drove my car and I'll drive home in the morning, probably. Wraith, you were so stoned, missed most of the stream. Well, that's all well and good. See, Dr. Abigail is here too. So you being less than happy with how things go?
Going this way.
Going that way. Okay.
Actually, going to get some actual ventilation in.
Ah, yes. Why
Now
not?
that the sun has set and
Some airflow.
yeah.
Noise. Airflow's noise.
We might be greeted with a giant cat as well.
That's true. There is a giant cat wandering around somewhere. So we shall see what happens.
Okay. BIOS update.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Technology. It's amazing.
Technology.
Zeal Dr. Who, you're the Tesh.
On the tech. Okay. There's a flash BIOS button
Oh,
right
yeah?
here.
Okay. Just going to see how that works.
I don't know. Did I turn that off?
Might have unplugged it.
Yeah, I unplugged it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I plugged in this power board.
Alright.
That's right. Don't mind me. The screen might shake for a sec.
And I'm sure that's something we can. Oh, God. What's this thing doing?
I will get you a mouse because touchpad's infuriating.
No, it sucks.
Is the sound coming through the microphone or the webcam?
I don't know. Let me have a look. I'll have a quick look on the
Quiz.
settings. Audio is currently going through Blue Snowball.
Oh, cool.
Yes, Rays, you've picked the COVID hoard of toilet paper accurately. Suffer, I would imagine there are heaps of fireworks in Melbourne tomorrow night. That's usually how these things go. Oh.
It's flashing. Right.
It is. I like that Mega Leech thing. Because Dr. Abigail has a bidet, she's not even using that hoarded toilet paper.
Yeah. It's true. I have used substantially less toilet paper since I got that.
Oh, you never know. Like I said, get enough drinks into me tonight, and I might get experimental. And
AD mode.
AT mode activated. Yeah. Come back and give you a review. It could happen. It absolutely could happen.
Royal Commission into the
toilet paper hoard. God, again, Jesus, flashbacks to weird shit, and because the last 3 years have been so weird, I've actively tried to blank large bits of it out of my memory. But there was the dude in the US who kind of twigged things and literally bought a warehouse worth of toilet paper and was keeping it in a storage unit, and someone decided it was illegal and the cops just seized it all, which was hilarious.
What about the guy who bought like a bazillion masks?
Yeah.
Like,
and thought they were going to extort people.
Yeah. Like, fuck off.
Assholes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the toilet paper guy literally had everything seized, and they didn't give him his money back, and they just did everything. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Fucking ass pirate.
Oh god, and do you remember people just fucking getting into fights in supermarkets?
Yes. Yes.
Give me the tip. I missed all that. Like a week before everything went nuts.
Yes.
I'd gone to Costco and got one of their ridiculously large ones. And I was like, oh. And then when we realized, oh yeah, no, this has actually got to be pretty messed up, and people are freaking out about toilet paper, I thought maybe I'll make, and this was a week later, maybe I'll make another trip to Costco. And I drove out to where the Costco was, and there was this line of cars back out on the highway, and I went, yeah, get fucked. It was like,
yeah,
I'm going home. My time is more valuable than this.
Okay, I'll be back in a sec.
I was just imagining how stressed people would be if they were just lined up in cars for half an hour, and then trying to find a parking space for half an hour, and then going into Costco, and then lining up for like fucking murderous. You'd be in a murderous rage.
During the final few days before the lockdowns, I was in peak fibromyalgia pain.
Oh no!
Like, this is before I'd had any physical therapy or anything, and like, everything was shit, and everything was going to shit. And I was down to like my last few rolls of toilet paper, and everyone was buying all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who just said, hop in. She drove up, hop in, we're going shopping. Yeah. And she just took me on this epic shop, and I just filled the shopping cart full of everything. Yeah. And saved my butt.
Nice.
It was fucking awesome, because I didn't know if Coles Online would still be working, if I'd be able to buy anything. Yeah. And idiots were just panic buying everything.
I know, it was ridiculous.
It was fucked. And that's why I have that now, because now I'm paranoid that idiots are going to panic buy everything. Yeah. And I won't be able to buy anything.
It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Some idiot gets the idea that something's going to be shortage, So they buy too much, and other people see them doing it, and they do it as well. And then there is a shortage, and it's just like you. And God, I kind of forgave it the first lockdown because it was completely alien territory and people were freaking out. I was really fucking annoyed people did it again the second time when what we established was the supply chain was in place, and if you just did normal consumption, everything would be fine.
Yeah.
I was annoyed when it happened the second lockdown. When it happened the third lockdown, I said, look, surely a machine gun in the fucking supermarket is a viable thing. It's just, fuck these people. But it became a vicious circle. Like, rational people were seeing, no, everything is gone. I do have to panic. And it's just like, fuck sake.
Yep.
And look, I reckon, again, this is a little bit doomsaying and I don't want it to happen, but if we don't have, well, okay, currently, even though no one's, well, actually, it is in the media. I tell a lie when I say no one's talking about it. We are having a worse COVID outbreak around the world than has happened at any time in the pandemic up to this point. In terms of cases, case reportage is completely untrustworthy at the moment because no one's getting tested. But in terms of hospitalizations and deaths, we're getting spikes we've never seen before. People kind of focused on China is the worst at the moment, but North America seems bad. I haven't heard any concrete reports out of Europe, but the Northern Hemisphere winter seems to be wreaking havoc. If we don't get some sort of restrictions next year, we will just be accepting a phenomenal amount of people dying, basically. And honestly, I'm fucking old, okay? And I'm not in the highest risk group. I'm not in the fucking lowest risk group either. So I don't want to fucking get it. You know, my oldest brother and his wife both have COVID, in Dubbo. They're in their 60s, which again is not the highest risk group. But, they're in their 60s in Dubbo. It's like, Jesus Christ. Not wanting to shit on the fine people of the Dubbo Base Hospital, but, they're fucking useless. Sorry, shall I now tell you tales of... in the spirit of Aidsy, who has departed from us, I will tell my own minor tales, but they're still tales.
I can't wait.
Okay, I've told him before, but you might have forgotten, someone might not have heard him. The joys of country town hospitals, okay? Oh, who did I miss? Yes, Aussie Tech. The China cases is just the worst. It's the fucking worst. All right, Tales from the Angry Land Suffer. So, lad, me, Dubbo. Okay, so high school. I think it was year 10. So I don't know. I'm about 15. We're doing tryouts for the athletics carnival, and I am an extremely unathletic person. But anyway, they made us all do it at PA, and it was discus throwing. How far can you throw a discus? It is a classic story. There's a few videos on it. I'm not going anywhere. But anyway, here's the funny thing, and here's the thing I'll admit to. I've always been like lower on the social standing ladder. But if someone's lower than me, fuck them. I'm going to make the most of that. And I was this guy was a friend of mine. I wasn't really shitting on him, but I was taking the piss. He was a friend of mine. He was really weedy, Grant. I won't say his full name because he's a real person. But his name was really Grant. And he's a really skinny, weedy guy. And he's trying to throw this discus and it's kind of, and it goes about 2 meters at a 45-degree angle. And me being a complete fucking dick, go, there might be a record, Grant. I should go out and mark it. And I picked up a stick. I'm just being a cunt, right? I'm just being such an asshole. I'm just going with different body parts about how bad I am. I think I've got them all now. I've got a stick and I'm putting it in the ground going, And I had my back to everyone. I was bent over, putting this stick in. I had my back to I have such clear memories of this. I had my back to everyone. I'm sticking and going, here, Grant, we'll just mark this down for posterity. I heard the teacher say, don't throw that. I heard several of my friends go, look out! And I'm going, what are they talking about?
Oh, no.
And I was halfway back up when this fucking discus, a 2.5 kilogram discus, smashed into my head. I swear to God, this guy, who was a friend of mine, he couldn't have hit me if he was... That was his only saving grace. There's no way he could have hit me if he was aiming. It was just pure fucking dumb that he threw a fucking discus while I was standing out there, and it hit me in the head. Now, what must have happened is it just barely glanced off my head. It just sort of saucered off the crest of my head. It must have barely touched me, or it would have killed me. What it felt like is someone stood over me with a shovel and smashed it into my head. I just face planted into the dirt, and I was and I know I had my hands clutched on my head, and I was shouting, not because, oh, help me, mummy, 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 mummy. It was just something weird had happened, and shouting seemed to be a response I should be doing. I remember at the time going, I'm shouting really loud. Why am I shouting? I don't know. It seems like a thing I should do. And I'm just going, ah! And then everyone ran up to me. A couple of guys trying to... If you've ever had a scalp wound, they fucking piss blood. If you get a decent scalp wound, you bleed like a motherfucker.
There's a lot of blood going to your brain.
Yeah. And this is...
Humans have freaky size heads.
If you get a scalp wound, it bleeds like all get out. And I had my hands clutched here, and a couple of the lads who were much stronger than me were trying to pry my hands apart, and they had a lot of trouble doing it. And so different guys who were much bigger than me are pulling each arm, and they finally got my arms, and they're like, oh, fuck, there's a lot of blood. Yeah. And but the big thing was I never lost consciousness. And so people weren't actually panicking because I hadn't lost consciousness and I was responding to them. And I couldn't stand up. Like they were going, can you get up? And I'm like, my brain was just going, I don't want to work for a while. I just don't want to. That whole coordinating a body thing is difficult, and I don't want to do it for a while. So two of the footballer lads, two of the beefier lads picked me up. We were in a sports oval just across the road from the school. And so they're going, I don't know about your school, but in my school, the library was the first aid room.
Oh, God.
And we go into and so these guys are carrying me back. And I was kind of walking as they carried me. My feet were trailing. And at some point, I looked at my hands, and they fucking looked like they'd been dipped in red paint. They were just bright red. There was just, and I was like, is that my blood? And they're just going, God, you're fucked up, aren't you?
Oh, God.
And they dragged me in. The librarian, they've got a sink in there, and she's got my head under the sink just washing water. And again, because I stayed conscious the whole time, and I started to feel okay. And I'm like, and the principal came in shitting bricks.
Yeah.
Lawsuit time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'm okay. And okay, no fucker has called an ambulance at this point.
Why not?
No fuckers called it. They called my mum, and they go, oh, yeah, like Andrew's had an accident. Hey, something's happening on the screen.
Yeah, I pressed a button on the panel on the screen.
I'm still excited. Something is happening on the screen.
I made something happen.
I'm pretty excited by that. So, yeah, my mum comes and gets me and drives me up to the hospital. And we walk, and because I walked into casualty, and she go, what happened? He was at school and he got hit in the head. And they're like, and because I'm standing there and I'm talking and I'm being lucid, and they're just like, okay, sit over there. Sat in a fucking chair for, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours. And a nurse came out who was friends with one of my older sisters. And she's like, oh, what are you doing here? And I go, Andrew got hit in the head with a discus at school. And she's going, oh my God, what did the doctor say? We haven't seen a doctor. When did you get here? Like 3 hours ago. And she's like, oh my God. And she ran into the next room, and a doctor came shooting out. I'm sure words like malpractice, dead kid, and they were like, ah. But because I was conscious and lucid the whole time.
Yeah.
And
What did the triage nurse get fired for that?
Who wants to be a triage nurse? I don't think they're going to
Oh,
fire. Yeah, but it was ridiculous.
Jesus.
And so they raced me off, and I got X-rays. And I swear to God, my skull X-rays very much looked Cro-Magnon to me.
Well, that's just your.
That's
head.
my head, right?
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I was looking at it going, that's not what a normal head looks like. Look at this, Lisa. The big breath. Oh no, that's not good. And then after all this thing, like this doctor's shitting himself, thinking this is going to be bad. This kid's going to have brain damage. I'm going to get sued. And they got all these X-rays back, and they're saying like, "So what hit you?" And I go, "A discus." And because I actually it's 2.5 kilograms.
Yeah.
I'm going, "It hit you on the head. It's 2.5 kilograms." Yeah. And they're looking at the X-ray, going, "Fuck's your head made of?" I had like hairline fractures in my skull. Nothing serious. No brain trauma. Sorry.
A concussion.
Yeah. But I never. No, it wasn't even concussion. Like in concussion, you throw up and.
Yeah.
Not even concussion.
Damn.
And the doctor was just going, "The fuck."
Yeah.
It was like. On one level, I'm asking how he's still alive. On another level, I'm going, why do you have no symptoms?
Yeah.
You just got fucking smashed in the head, and you don't even have concussion. And I just stayed lucid the whole time. I was just like, I have a thick motherfucking skull. That's all there is to it. So, and again, anyone who's met me in real life, if I was wearing a hat, I often do the fun thing: put my hat on. And my hat that's sitting like a normal hat on my head, a normal human puts it on, and it goes dunk and sits down about here, because I have this stupid big head, and we now know it's because I have an extra big skull. And thank God for my extra big skull, because it saved me. Ooh, that was a fun noise. Oh, that's your phone.
My phone.
I have sorry. I'm in an alien environment. Things happen, and I don't know what they are.
Things are strange.
So yes, now we don't have AZ to tell grandiose stories. I feel like I have to step in. That one I didn't exaggerate at all. I could probably come up with some others where I could exaggerate a couple features of it to make it more entertaining. Carry on the AZ spirit. Oh God, yes, Strictly Sega, the Peter Jackson movie. Was that Brain Dead? His two early ones. There was Brain Dead, and the one with the Brain Dead was the zombie one, and the alien one, which I think I have on disc at home. They are messed up. Peter Jackson's career is so funny, like making these schlocky video movies on no budget until he finally got a budget. It's really funny. At one point, the alien one, the aliens are shapeshifters because he had no budget for alien effects. And he made he'd applied for funding from the New Zealand Film Commission and got turned down. But then over a period of 6-12 months, he and his friends made the first half of the movie and showed it to the New Zealand Film Commission. And they went, God, this guy's fucking serious. And they gave him money. So suddenly the alien shape-shifting stops in the second half of the movie. And you've got these really quite cool aliens running around. It's hilarious. My other favorite bit of trivia from that is the first weekend they shot it, one of his friends, who was one of the main characters, decided it would look cool if he had a stubble. He wanted to look cool. And Peter Jackson agreed it looked cool. And so they shot for a weekend, and they were shooting every weekend for 6 months. And the guy and they went like, oh. And it's like, and Peter Jackson goes, you have to shave every Wednesday, and only every Wednesday. You can't shave on Thursday and Friday for the next year.
Okay, so I've got some news.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
So the good news is your brand new
CPU
Ryzen 9. It's a Ryzen 9. What is it? It's a 5950X.
So it's fucking good.
It's great.
Yeah.
Will work in your motherboard. It requires a BIOS upgrade to work in your motherboard.
Sure.
You cannot do the BIOS upgrade with this CPU installed.
Right. So we have
to install the old CPU to do the BIOS upgrade. We don't have heatsink compound, So we have to basically run the old CPU without a heatsink for like the minute or two,
We're living on the edge here.
which is not recommended. It
But we're gonna do it.
are we? I hesitate to do this.
Okay,
Does anyone have
Paul.
any heatsink compound?
Paul the first. Does anyone have heatsink compound? Paul the second is Abigail being a little bitch, not wanting to. No,
I
no.
could potentially be a little bitch because we're not putting any strain on the CPU.
Yeah,
It'll be running like at 1% of its capacity.
I jokes aside, I will defer to your judgment on this.
My judgment is do not do that.
Yep, we won't do it. I'll leave it with you. You can get some heatsink tomorrow or whatever.
Okay.
That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
Till
Don't worry,
then,
stress.
it's a brick.
It's a brick sitting here.
It's an expensive brick.
Yeah, it's got some good expensive shit in that brick.
Yes. It's got 64 gig of RAM.
I know. Because we're having all the stories. My first computer had 4 megabytes.
Yeah.
We've now got 64 gigabytes.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's
Technology's wild.
It's not it's not DDR5 RAM, it's DDR4 RAM, but it's got 64 gig of DDR4 3600 RAM.
That's up with Greg was here. I don't expect Greg to have the heat. He might. Who knows?
What's this?
Well, Greg just lives down the road, basically. But
Oh yes,
I don't
he
know that
would.
he's got heat sinks.
he probably would.
Well, he was on here before.
Let's message him on.
Yeah, come on, let's
on
message
Discord.
Greg.
Oh, I've got a text message. Oh, it's about the Okay. It's about late. It's yeah. Sorry. I just got a text message about AZ's funeral, and of course, it's happening during my next Pathfinder game, which I will be cancelling in deference to AZ's funeral. But it's invite only, I would imagine.
Yeah, I will wait for more news from the family before I say anything publicly.
Yeah, I'm not saying when and where.
Yeah.
I didn't say when and where, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, good. Because that's the type of thing I'd accidentally blurt out.
Oh, God, I was watching, just because it was on when I switched on the TV and I was going to watch something else, Lethal Weapon was on. Mel Gibson with that fabulous 80s hair that he has.
Yeah.
But there's a bit where a little kid has witnessed a terrible crime and they're trying to get him to talk. And all the kids are going, don't talk to him, it's the police, don't talk to the police. And it's, I just want to know your name. He goes, don't tell him your name, Rodney.
Yes. Yeah.
It's that type of thing. Oh, no, Greg doesn't have it. Sorry, he is on the show.
Oh, okay. Ah, oh, damn it. It was worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Okay. So...
And hi, Taz Chick, too, by the way.
Hello.
I bet you're gaming. I hope you're having fun with whatever you're gaming. All right, I'm going to put the Navy Strength Banana Bomb back in, unless you want to throw it in something. It's quite tasty.
I don't like bananas.
Oh, well, do you, the lolly, because it tastes like the lolly bananas.
I don't like lolly bananas.
Would it upset you to smell it?
Probably.
All right, well, geez, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I just thought you might find it entertaining that there was this rum. But I think you oh, geez, okay. I was chilling the drinks in here.
It's a very efficient freezer.
Yep, I think that's enough chilling for the mixers.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
There will be a live stream.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely share live stream details. I think
I'm gonna.
You would like this. The Hot Cross Bunny Gin Liqueur.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah?
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Get you a drinking receptacle.
Thank you.
That was really cheap. That was like $30.
Really?
So that's like a bottle of cocktail there.
Oh, because it's only 20%
yeah,
ABV.
So it's like a bottle of cocktail.
Yeah. Nice.
And the other bottled cocktails were $50, and that was only
Yeah,
$30.
okay.
So I thought that sounds good, and I did have a cheeky taste of it, and it's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
So as he goes and dies. Yes, it was the same day as Vivienne Westwood, and
Who's Vivienne Westwood?
she's a designer, was actually quite associated with the original punk scene. She was
okay.
80 something though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try that. See what you think.
It's like super cold, so it's
it's
really
slightly viscous because 20% alcohol can't freeze easily.
Yeah,
but it gets a bit more viscous, which I love.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Aidsy.
And yes, to Aidsy as well. Who else? Someone else famous did die. Oh, no, was it the guy from I Can't Get No Sleep? Really?
That's good.
Yeah, because you can throw in some soda with it.
Yeah.
But it's good, isn't it?
That is good.
The cinnamon comes in after. So, that's sweet. Then the cinnamon comes in.
It really is a hot cross bun in a cocktail.
It's fucking good. Okay.
It's good. It's a bit sickly sweet if you're sipping it.
Yes. So you could maybe add soda to it.
Yeah. I've got some mineral water over there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually soda water, actually.
Yeah.
I can chill it.
So, hot tip, kids. This is in Dan's for $30. It's a pretty good deal.
It's yummy.
I might use
Christmas isn't even over, and they're already bringing out the hot cross buns.
I think this has literally been sitting in Dan's since last Easter, which is why it's so cheap.
I'm just gonna put this soda water in there for a bit. I'm just getting the taste.
The taste really good. The Cappy lemonade is in there. I might add that to it.
Okay.
Because it is a little sickly sweet.
Yeah.
It's fine if you like sweet.
Yeah, it's I like sweet.
Yeah.
But that is sickly sweet.
Yeah, it's
syrupy sweet.
It is a little bit syrupy.
Yeah.
It's a liqueur. I think it's gonna work as a spritz. Let's make it a spritz. Yeah, that is. That should take off the sickly sweet element of it.
Much better. Oh, that is so
good. That's fucking great. That is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I may go through this very quickly and buy another bottle of it, quite honestly. Again, because we wouldn't be rat-assed if we drank this whole bottle. We'd be drunk. We wouldn't be falling over.
Good.
That's nice.
Yeah. So no one has any heat sink compound. No. Technically, I have another thing of Arctic Silver branded heat sink compound somewhere in here. It's over there. Somewhere. It looks identical to this.
Yeah.
This is how big it is. It's tiny. And you get about 10 applications out of it. Ryzen CPUs actually, modern CPUs are a bit bigger, so you use a bit more. Thank goodness I don't have to apply it onto a Threadripper, because those things are literally this big.
Right, okay.
And they're 6-8 cores on a...
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah, they're monsters. But you think, I used to have a dedicated place for it up there.
Yeah.
It never left there, and I would take it, use it, and put it back.
Yeah.
And I've had people come over during my depression years and declutter, and I haven't seen it since. Except on and off, I've seen it. Oh, that's where that is. And then someone would clean again.
And clean again, yeah.
It's very frustrating.
I am very much the person who tries to put everything in the same place every time. I put my keys in the same place. When I go to bed, I leave my glasses in the same place. And if I ever put them somewhere else, I'll go oh, the fuck did I do? Where is it? And Mrs. Angry, who is not beholden to my dumbness, will just go, it's there. And so I might be looking straight at it, but because it's not where it usually is, I won't see it. And but she's not sort of beholden to my weird brain. And
I've discovered there's this YouTuber. He 3D prints a lot, and he's a maker, and he makes a lot of electronic projects.
Yeah,
his name is Zach Friedman, and he's an evil genius. I love
I love evil geniuses.
And he he invented this open source storage organization system
Ooh.
called Gridfinity,
Ah.
where you make the base, which it's open source and it's all standardized. So you make the base, and then you make the storage solutions that fit into the bases, and it can go anywhere and fit multiple sizes and bins, and people have made all kinds of bins to fit all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I'm currently printing that.
Ah, nice.
So they're going to fit in drawers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put the bases in the drawers, and then I'm just going to put all the bins. And because it's all modular, I can rearrange it at will. And
that's nice.
And the design philosophy behind it is that instead of just packing everything in as much as possible, it has all your tools and everything you use open and displayed, so that you can just pick it up and get it.
Yep.
So if you can just imagine like a square that big.
Yeah.
For everyone, like a square that big.
Yeah.
And it's got room for, say, 16 SD cards.
Sure.
So just slot in and go there. Now, if you want one, you have to get tweezers to get it out, because your fat fingers
can't get in there.
Can't get it. So he designed one that holds 4. And you can just get it.
You can just get it. Right.
That's his philosophy.
Yeah.
Like he designed like one this big that holds 2 screwdrivers, and that's it. To make it easy. Yes. It's brilliant.
Instead of overdoing how much you jam into storage, it's making the storage usable.
Yes. And there are bases where you can put magnets in it so that they clip into place.
Yeah.
And there are like people have designed like huge ones to put all your like rotary tool like Dremel bits.
So it's open source?
It's open source.
I bet people have just gone to town.
People have gone nuts with it.
Yeah.
He took a 3D model of his own head, cut it in half, and put a Gridfinity base inside it, and then put bins in it where he put like rulers and shit.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like it's someone built a little cart with wheels with a Gridfinity base at the top, just a 1 square.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's so cool. A Gridfinity soldering station so that you can put your soldering tools just out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
It's good.
I like it. Hi, Zvan. I was actually going to, in terms of 3D printing, I had an idea, because like when I make the clear ice at home, the easy way I do is use a double wall insulated coffee cup, and that makes a cylindrical thing. But I was thinking, but I'm sure you could 3D print. You'd need the a good accurate measure of the inside of the coffee thing. You could make a mold that's a sphere that would sit in there.
Yes.
And it would give you a perfect clear sphere. And because, ice spheres, very sexy.
So the problem with FDM printing, which is what that is, fused deposition modeling, or is that it's not always watertight. And like brass nozzles leak lead. So you have to get special nozzles. I have a stainless steel nozzle, so that's not a problem for me. But like and you'll always get the layer lines. And the material is porous. That it makes. Even if you do a solid block, it's still porous. So because it's not watertight, water seeps in, and it can become non-food safe.
That's what we don't want, non-food safe.
So to make something like that, you'd have to build it and then coat the inside with something, which is fun.
Or possibly build it in negative and use a food safe silicon thing to... Yeah.
People have even built 3D printed molds to do a silicon cast to make molds out of. Like done that. A YouTube friend actually did a thing. He 3D printed a thing
So he has, instead of the cylinder, he has a hexagon,
Oh yeah,
which is pretty neat.
that's neat.
And then there's this quite expensive tray that's made out of aluminium. And you, as our resident scientist, would know aluminium is an exceptional heat conductor.
It is, yes.
So what happens if there's patterned aluminium and you put ice on it,
it
it
would just
very quickly
yeah.
melts that pattern into ice.
Yeah.
So this has like straight lines and honeycomb thing, all neat things that end up imprinting on the ice. So if you have some clear ice and then sit it on this aluminium tray, you can very quickly make it into this funky multi-pattern. It's very cool.
That's cool.
Uncle Pete's Cocktail Shop, if you're interested, search that on YouTube. Uncle Pete's a fucking ledge.
There are plates you can get for defrosting meat quickly.
Yes,
basically
and it's aluminium.
Just aluminium or heat pipes, and just it just dissipates heat quickly.
Yeah.
So
and I haven't found one of these that's like, when you look online, you think there'll be knockoffs that are really cheap. I haven't found one of these that's less than about $160. So it must be relatively difficult to manufacture them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty neat. It's just taking advantage of aluminium's heat conduction.
Yeah.
And it's very quick. You put a bit of ice on it, and it very quickly imprints the patterns.
It could also be heat pipes as well. If you're unaware what a heat pipe is, it takes advantage of phase change of water inside a copper tube to very quickly transfer heat.
Okay.
So it's like a copper tube, and they were, I don't know if you saw the heat sink.
Yeah.
That had like 8 heat pipes running.
I was about to say that seemed to be copper.
Yeah. So what it is, it's a copper tube with sintered powdered copper on the inside.
Okay.
And it's vacuum sealed with 1 drop of water in it. Like not even, like it's like half a drop of water in it.
Yep.
Right. And what happens is the water boils very rapidly because it's a vacuum.
Yeah.
But it also travels up the sintered side as a liquid.
Yeah.
So it'll boil and then condense and boil and condense very rapidly.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a very good heat conductor.
Yeah.
It's called a heat pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Learning tonight, kids. It's going to shift from science to another terrible story, but
do it, because I'm thinking I'm going to introduce you to.
Oh yeah, no, we got these like, I don't know, what they butter biscuits?
They're butter cookies.
Butter cookies.
These are the ones with chocolate and jam.
Yeah.
You can get them plain with jam.
Oof.
But the chocolate ones are just yummy as.
All right.
And they're like my favorite cookies in the world.
Yeah. And also, for those who are wondering why we started slightly late, we went and got some very yummy food. Then we had a very yummy drink in a whiskey bar. And oh God, I thought that was just like chocolate shortbread, but it's actually chocolate coated.
It's chocolate coated and there's jam in between.
God, I didn't even know when we got these. God, this is going to be bad. This is Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Zwan. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had these. Oh my God, that's yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Mm.
Oof. I mean, I've had shortbread biscuits. I've had the melting moments that'll have like a cream or a jam. I don't think I've had these specific ones.
So at Coles and Woolworths, they have larger packets with like 3 rows. And they have the round ones with a little hole cut out with extra jam in it.
Yeah. Okay, there's like the ones Doctor Who likes, the jammy Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the chocolate on them though, but they have a fuck ton of jam in them. The jammy Dodgers are very yummy, and that's also English slang for someone who's lucky. You're jammy. You're a jammy Dodger if you're lucky.
English slang is weird,
and it varies. You travel 5 miles, and the people won't understand the slang that the people 5 miles ago told you. I mean, that's been changed a bit with the internet, but my God, the regional dialects in the mainland UK do my head in. You just travel like from Melbourne to Ballarat, and the people are speaking completely differently.
They're so packed in there. It's a tiny country.
And it's like,
oh God, they're good.
This is really good. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the mentality that goes like, no, I'm going to continue to talk this way, even though the people just down the road talk completely differently. This is how my mum taught me to speak, and I'm going to continue. It's wild.
It's a bit strange. But...
The divergent, and again, people who have an ear for these things can pick up regional Australian accents as well. I'm actually very bad at it. Aidsy was very good at it. I mean, really, the one I can pick is country people versus city people. And particularly, Christ, people from the Northern Territory. I think it's too fucking hot to talk. And no word of a joke. People in Darwin will talk to you like this. It's too hot to speak any faster than this. And the Darwin accent, to me, it's like someone's doing a shit parody of an Australian accent. I find it really fun. Every now and then you'll get a Northern Territory politician on the news, and a lot of them have learned to not have that accent. But some of them will just like, I'm the Chief Minister, and I'm going to talk like this. And you go, dude, what the fuck? And that's, yeah. I mean, I got hit in the head with a discus. I wonder, what did you get hit in the head with, mate? What's going on there?
You see now why I bought 2 packs.
Oh my God, this is bad.
I was only going to buy 1 pack of these, but then I realized, but Angry said he'd never eaten them before.
Oh my God,
and
they're so fucking good.
I'm going to have to buy 2.
They're really good.
There's no way, once you discover them, there's no way that you can just not eat, just keep eating.
Yep. Well, I think I already gave this as a hot tip, but while this fucking exists in Dan Murphy's Kids at $30,
definitely
this with soda water or lemonade. If you like shit really sweet, just drink it as is. It's syrupy sweet. It's and not in a bad way. And the cinnamon just
RTX 3070 or 3080. Oh, geez, they're so similar. I mean, 3080. Sorry, I'm answering Zwan's question there.
Yeah.
For a streamer and gamer, 3080, of course. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head the difference between the two.
Yeah.
The 70 series and the 80 series, you'd have to look it up.
Actually, Zvan, I wanted to have a little chat because, like, you messaged me on Twitter today essentially saying, and although I was being a bit of a dickhead, no, you're wrong. You're kind of not wrong. When you highlight some right-wing dickhead said a fucked thing, even though you're just trying to dunk on them, on one level you are amplifying their message. It is actually a really serious thing to consider. It's just that Andrew Tate getting dunked on was so fucking funny. I couldn't resist. And although I was being very sort of, no, man, you're wrong, because he got found out by that, arrested, which I've since learned is probably not what you would call strictly speaking true.
Oh, the whole pizza thing.
The pizza thing is that no,
he did get arrested though.
Yes, but the timing was a weird coincidence. It's almost like they'd been tracking him because he had been putting stuff on social media that he was definitely there.
Yeah.
And they'd been keeping an eye on him. And it's like, oh no, he picked on Greta Thunberg. Fuck that. Let's arrest him.
I think everyone's just taken it as headcanon
Yeah.
That-
That's it's a headcanon.
It's a
It's not
headcanon
real,
thing.
but it's a headcanon.
That the pizza was his undoing.
Yeah,
The pizza box.
Yeah.
So IRL headcanon.
Yeah.
It's the pizza.
I have to admit, I didn't say it publicly, so this sounds like I'm trying to become. But I went with it. But I was like,
Yeah.
when they're going, like, wait, doesn't he have to use his passport to get into the country? And I went, no, this is just too fucking funny.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge it's probably not true. The pizza did him in.
Yeah.
But it's just so fun. And the timing was when there was someone else on Twitter saying, look, I can close to conclusively prove the pizza thing's bullshit. And I went, I get it.
I don't care.
Weird fucking coincidence, though. That is a weird
It's too
coincidence.
funny to not be real.
Yeah, no, Zvan. See, here's the thing. Although I was kind of to you, no, man, you're wrong. You weren't actually wrong when you said, when you quote tweet right-wing fuckheads to the most extent you are amplifying the message.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't resist because it was like what he thought was a really good response to Greta Thunberg was literally, I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
And it's like, you sad bastard.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
really was just infantile.
You fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
So what I'm glad you weren't bothered, man, because I was a bit dismissive of you. Like, don't fucking tell me what to do, man. Yeah, another one already.
Oh God.
But so I think that's a really interesting question to explore, though, because there's definitely truth to it. But it's like, okay, now here's the thing. There was an interesting one. This was a little while ago. Jon Stewart, who was famous for being on The Daily Show in the way back, he's now got a podcast and he's got a show on Apple Plus. The problem with Jon Stewart, I watch a lot of the podcast things that are put up on YouTube. And he's still being like Mr. Reasonable, centrist, small L liberal, basically. But he's a very intelligent guy and he's a very funny guy. And he's made a point of getting a young staff, like his writing staff are all under 30.
Mm-hmm.
He's a smart guy. He had one of those piece of shit Republicans who was proposing just absolutely nonsensical, knee-jerk anti-trans legislation, like don't provide care for trans kids because it's evil and whatnot. And Jon Stewart is really calmly going, okay, so it's like if it's childhood cancer, if it's about all these childhood degrees, you accept the word of the American Pediatric Association. That same association says this about gender-affirming care for youth. Why are you rejecting? And of course, the fuckwit was just talking shit and not answering. And I did see one people going like, oh, that doesn't work. You can't shame them. But then I saw some other people going on, no, you know what he's doing? He's telling trans people, you're not alone, okay? I'm a boring old cishet white guy, and I want to stand up and say, hey, I can actually see what this person's saying is bullshit. And I want to, and it's not going to change that person, but I want other people to know we're not leaving you on your own.
It might change, like some other person's view.
Particularly the parent of a trans teen. And that hit home for me. It's like, yeah, okay, you're not changing this awful demagogue piece of shit.
Yep.
But it was sending a message out, hey, I'm not going to stay silent. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to speak up for you because I'm, cishet white guy with a media platform.
We need allies like that.
I'm going to step up and say, nothing you say makes any sense. Nothing you say is supportable.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a goddamn hypocrite. You're not going to change because you are a horrible piece of shit. But I want to let other people know this will be answered. You're not alone. And that's good. And I think it can be a very difficult thing to balance. Like,
yeah, of course, because every instinct is probably telling him to just like tear into him and leave, take no prisoners.
I was, it was a while back. In fact, it was a decade back. I read an Ian Rankin book. He's an English writer. He died of cancer a few years ago. Half of his books are sci-fi, and half are like more sort of intellectual literature.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because it came up on my Facebook memories, I think it was 12 years. It was 11 or 12 years ago. I went to a New Year's Eve party that Neil Gaiman and Amanda Palmer were at.
Yep.
And I bought a VIP ticket because I fucking love Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
And
I remember that angry video.
Yeah. Because it got you backstage. There's a fucking video on my fucking channel with Neil Gaiman. So suck my dick.
Yeah. I remember I used to date someone who went to that party as well.
It was a good party.
And she told me that he was doing a New Year's Eve speech and got really annoyed that everyone interrupted his speech to do the New Year's Eve countdown and celebration.
I don't remember
in the middle of his speech. Like, how dare these people interrupt my speech?
I don't remember that because part of the VIP thing was a bottle of bubbly, which I fucking drank.
During your video, he did look a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
And that explains why.
Yeah.
Like, because mostly it was Amanda Palmer answering a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And you with your
I did do the video with my angry mask on.
And he looked a bit annoyed at something. And I was like, oh, I wonder what his problem is. That was it. People dared to interrupt him to count down the new year.
Oh my God. That was fun. But anyway. You got a little show bag for having a VIP. You got to meet them, and the video is up on my. If you wanted to see it, go on Angry Aussie Neil, search Angry Aussie Neil Gaiman, it would be up there. But you got a little show bag, and I think I loved both of them went to a bookstore and they picked out books that they thought were good and they autographed them. So Amanda Palmer's was one by the guy who wrote The World According to Garp. It's not The World According to Garp, but it's a good book, I remember.
Okay.
Neil Gaiman's was this Ian Rankin one, and it's a non-sci-fi one.
Sure.
Reason I bring that up about Punching Nazi, the character in that at one point, he's on the BBC or something to debate a guy who's a fucking nut. And you didn't understand at one point, because there's this whole thing where he's in a dodgy thing with criminals. He's trying to get a gun at one point, which is very hard to do in England. And at one point you're thinking, is he going to shoot the Nazi?
Yeah. Okay.
And he's doing this thing like, apparently when you go on a TV thing, the thing we don't see as viewers, they're all dressed and stuff, but there's weird shit where the wires for the microphones and stuff are inside the clothes.
Yep. And
in the lead up to this thing going live, our protagonist has a pair of nail clippers and he's just cutting all the wires that are in him. And you think, what's he doing? And the cameras, apparently it's a live thing, and the cameras start rolling and he's on one side of the panel and the Nazi's on the other side. And he's just cutting all these wires that are on the and the host goes, and what do you think? And he just jumps up on the desk and runs across and dive bombs and punches the Nazi in the face. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Punching Nazis.
Never
wrong.
Always okay. Also, we were having the discussion earlier about the weirdos who do insane shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they think there'll be no repercussions.
Yes.
Storming the Capitol and whatnot. Someone tweeted a little while ago, and I thought, this is true. I don't know if you remember years ago, Australia's ABC was at some fucking rally, and they were interviewing Richard Spencer, who is an avowed Nazi, a Hitler-loving...
Yes, but he's the classic punch a Nazi person.
Yeah.
He got punched.
Yeah, on the ABC. The ABC are reporting, and someone just runs in from the side and doofs him.
Yep.
To this day, no one knows who that was.
Yeah. People chased him.
Yeah.
And followed him for ages.
Yeah.
Still don't know who he is.
And this person is tweeting like, that's OPSEC, motherfucker, which is operational security.
Yep.
Right-wingers have this weird fucking delusion because they've been hand in glove with the cops and the state for so long that they will suffer no repercussions. So they do insane shit like storm the Capitol building and post videos
of themselves. Yeah.
And because they think there'll be no repercussions. Whereas left-wingers like, no, the state will fuck me up if they can.
Yeah.
So left-wingers do OPSEC. And right-wingers are dumb as fuck. just throwing it out.
Yeah. No, and we were also talking about like people committing brazen assault during sports matches.
That's a good topic. I like that one.
But like because there's an arbitrary white chalk outline on a grass field, they don't get like convicted for assault, even though like the specific example I brought up was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
During an AFL match, one guy just literally turned around and king hit his opponent and
don't face criminal
him.
charges. Yeah.
Where were the charges? Where were the cops? Like what the hell? Like
also there was actually a movie 80s or 90s. It's called The Deadly Season, and it's like how ice hockey in North America is actually kind of violent. They have lots of fights.
Yeah.
There's a fight on the field in the normal way, and then it's settled and they go kick off. And one guy who feels like he was hard done by the other guy, when this all goes, he's like, fuck the puck, and he just skates straight at this guy he doesn't like with his stick and just goes douche in the guy's midsection.
Oh.
And he happens to like hit straight on the guy's heart, causes an arrhythmia and kills him. And so the whole movie is, because he actually does face criminal charges, like, what was on the hockey field though? And it was like, and that's the whole, but because it's like, but if you're gonna prosecute him, how is everything else not common assault?
The line,
Why is everyone else not brought up on common assault charges?
Yeah, okay.
I don't actually remember the resolution.
Oh, damn.
But it's always set up that this guy was not a bad guy, but because he kind of got bitch slapped by someone, he's like, I'm gonna fuck you, guy. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
And he walks up and just doofs him with a stick. But by sheer random chance, he kills the guy.
Yep.
And the whole thing was, well, it feels like he should, and he is being prosecuted, but it's like, well, how's everything else not common assault?
Yeah. Like if it's that brazen, like turning around and king hitting a guy.
Yeah.
Like I saw when I was young, my dad when he was in the army, he and a bunch of his army mates played indoor cricket.
Right.
And of course, because they were in the army, they named their team the No Hopers. Which is even funnier because they kept winning.
Yeah.
The year they came second was like, I guess we're the No Hopers, whatever.
Yeah.
And like you have all these other teams, the Tigers and the Victory and the No Hopers.
Yeah.
On number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so picture this: the No Hopers are fielding. Bowler comes into bowl, batter hits, and there's a collision.
Yeah.
So the batter goes to run, the bowler goes to catch, and so bang. Yeah. But because like army training and like combat training and all that, he goes into a defensive stance where he brings his knee up.
Oh God! Okay.
And it goes straight into
the solar plex.
Into their gut.
Yeah.
And it was just all instinct.
Oof.
And all of a sudden, ambulance and game got shut down.
Yeah.
That guy was out.
Yeah.
And so, accident.
Yeah.
Completely understand.
Yeah.
He didn't hit him. He didn't even know
it was a collision.
It was a collision. He didn't even realize he was doing it until afterwards. And it's like, oh, you're right, mate. And then,
No, not so much.
Yeah. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Also, I got to tell the No Hopers
which is a good story.
Which is a great story.
It's a good story. I like it.
I always like saying, like, if I ever join a sports team, I want a ridiculous name like that, like the Losers. Or, yeah. And then win.
Yes, the losers who win. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, that'd be good.
Yes. Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm a duck.
Not. Oh my God! Yes.
Yes.
Can we share that with people
yes,
somehow?
Please. Well, I can bring it up.
Oh yeah, bring it up. See if it'll.
So, are people aware of a web comic called
Foul Language?
Foul Language.
Which, if you're not, FOWL, Foul Language, you should look it up. It's very funny. It's like slice of life, but everyone's ducks in it.
Everyone's ducks, yeah.
It's very funny. It's particularly like a parent with quite young kids.
Yes.
It's funny as fuck.
So Brian, the name of the guy who does it, drew me as a duck in the style.
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic.
In the style of Foul Language.
Yes.
So it's Duck Me.
Duck Abigail. That is really
yes,
good.
Foul Language. That's it.
Zwan knows it.
Yes. So Brian from Foul Language drew me as a duck,
which is pretty cool.
Yes.
All right.
It's iconic, and it is now my Discord profile picture.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just like,
it's so sugary, and I just had 2 of those cookies. So
all right, so chill for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only had 1 of the cookies. So
yeah.
have another drink.
I'm gonna.
Then we'll put it back in the fridge, I think.
Sure. Oh, we've got a sex bot.
Oh yeah.
We're popular.
We are worth spamming. All right, let's
Woo-hoo.
just. Oh my god.
Oh, trackpads.
Trackpads. I'm very. It's like the 2 options on StreamYard if you want to quiet someone down are put user in timeout, which just stops them from commenting for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Or block them. With the porn bot, I was thinking I'd put it in timeout, but I think they'd enjoy that.
See, where a moderator is on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I have more options there.
Yeah.
And because I usually see them first.
Yes, there's a delay between and that always does my head in. People who are on YouTube see comments before I do if I'm watching on StreamYard.
And when I'm on my desktop over there, what I do is I pop out the chat and have it in a separate window on the side.
Which is good.
And then full screen the other window next to it.
Yeah.
And just have it like have it like that. So I can moderate.
And that's why I made Abigail moderator.
And I used my moderation
in
moderation. I had to use them last night because it was a busy night.
It was like about 5 times busier.
Yeah.
Just because everyone
wanted
to say their respects to Azy.
Yeah.
It was good. Oh my god, it's so funny. You get those year-end wrap-up things.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch sent one.
Oh yeah. You've got some water on your phone.
That's okay. It's waterproof.
Oh, cool.
Twitch sent one, and because I restream to Twitch, but I don't pay any attention. We did have that one night.
Oh yeah,
where
the crazy night
where someone raided, and for someone who was a Twitch gamer, his fans were lovely. They were very respectful, and in fact, they tried to calm me down because I was freaking out a bit.
That.
And one of them was like, "Yeah, dude, breathe.
Just calm down. Take a few breaths."
Yeah. So for someone, Twitch gamers have a bad rep. His fans were actually lovely people, and some small number stayed on and come back from time to time. But I worked out when I got my Twitch year in review. That was more than a year ago, because there's this thing, and it cracked me up. It's like, you've streamed this many hours on Twitch, and we're still talking about the night where there goes like the most viewers here. We're still talking about the night you had 5 people. Oh God! It's like, oh my God.
And on YouTube, you can see how many people are watching.
Yes.
But you can't on here.
Yeah, no, that's what that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we are.
It's not always accurate, actually.
Does it count you?
No.
Okay.
That's also counting the people across the restreams. Okay. So if you go there, it's saying 1 person on Twitch
and
9 on YouTube.
Cool.
I think it's not always accurate. Sure. Also, if anyone wonders why I haven't been responding as directly to chat as I often do, it's a bit further away on the laptop, and it's too much mental energy to try. Oh, Jesus Christ! God. Microsoft, fuck you.
No, that's
Bitdefender.
Bitdefender.
No, Bitdefender's popped up stuff before.
Oh, fucking hell! I like Bitdefender as a virus scanner. I actually pay money.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah.
But they have intrusive ads.
Yeah, they do.
It's just they pop up ads. Use our VPN. Use this password service. Use this, and it's just all advertising. And
So, Johnny, the night of the raid had hundreds of people.
it was insane.
And a bunch, although a lot of them were very active in chat for a while, when I looked at the stats afterwards, a bunch of them stayed on the stream because it was a Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude hit me a bit after. Actually, I don't think I'd been going very long.
No, it was really early into the stream, like half an hour, 20 minutes.
Hundreds of them stayed for the whole. And so what I think they were doing, they were probably gaming and doing stuff and kept it on in the background.
Listening to the banter.
Yeah. But yeah, there were fucking hundreds of, because that guy regularly has thousands on his streams.
I went back and watched his stream where he did that.
So did I.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
And he ended his stream by looking at who is he gonna raid.
It's like, who's on Twitch who has no one watching them, basically.
So he saw you and like, oh, that's cool. He's making drinks
because he could see my bar cards. Yeah.
And then he looked at some others. Yeah. They were kind of boring. I think I'm gonna go raid that dude making drinks.
Yeah. And he came on in the chat and said, "Are you going to be on?" And at this point, I didn't know what he was doing. Yeah. And he said, "Are you going to be on for a while?" Oh, yeah, I've just started. I'm going to be on for hours. And he went, "Cool." And then it was like,
yeah.
And there was some very fun conversation because people could see the drink carts behind me, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Dude makes a drink.
Yeah. And
Suffolk McAfee is basically spyware. It's awful.
And although he's apparently dead now, John McAfee, because there would be reasons he would fake his death because he was facing a whole bunch of quite serious criminal charges. John McAfee was fucking nuts.
Yeah, he was.
He was a scammer. He, way back in the 90s, freaked people out with complete bullshit stories about why they needed antivirus software.
Yeah.
B, as the decades progressed, he was nuts. Again, okay, tick a square on your angry bingo card. I'm going to mention Behind the Bastards. Behind the Bastards has a very fun exploration of John McAfee. I think it's called something like John McAfee's Not Funny Anymore, because they're looking at, he actually seems to be involved in quite terrible criminal activity. Because he's nuts. He's nuts as hell.
And Norton is bloatware. I don't even think it does the job it's supposed to anymore.
So I think because Abigail convinced me to install Bitdefender as well. Very effective, but yes, it does do these weird ads all the time.
Yeah, my subscription just came up yesterday.
Right.
So,
okay.
But they did update their subscription model to include 2 more devices.
Okay.
So it's up to 5.
Okay.
For the standard package, I think.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, so Bitdefender is quite good, and particularly
it's really good. I like it.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm like following particular links, it's going, "Oh, okay, this just tried to launch a whole bunch of shit, and we blocked it for you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it tells you, it just says, "This site just tried to launch a whole bunch of dodgy shit, and we blocked it."
Yep.
It's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, it's got ransomware protection built in, and a file shredder if you want to really delete something. So even I can't recover files that have been shredded.
Yep.
That's
there
how
you go.
good it is.
There you go.
Sorry, I just need to stretch.
That's okay. Stretching is good. I was trying to think about, still in the spirit of AIDS. I've told a hospital story. Maybe I'll tell an illicit drug story that that happened in Minecraft. Minecraft in the early 90s.
Yep.
Because
classic Minecraft era.
That existed.
Yes.
So the story of the first time I did acid in Minecraft in the early 90s. I was in because I was fucking straight edge. I didn't drink alcohol. I didn't smoke. I didn't do drugs. I was in a household of people who drank a lot of alcohol. It was a shared house. in Chippendale in Sydney.
Every time I hear that suburb name, I think of the
dancers,
the dances, the erotic dances.
Yeah, so I was just down the road from Redfern Station, so one stop out of Central, and the rest of my household drank a lot of alcohol, and quite honestly, did a lot of drugs. And I'd had some friends from before I moved into this house. They were kind of a bit more on the radical left anarchist side of things. They were friends. There was an old terrace which was technically on Sydney Uni property, and squatters had been in it for a long time, and they were having. And it's weird. So terraced houses. If you're familiar with terraced houses, they're not always two. In Sydney, a lot of them are 2 stories. You do get single-story terraces as well. So it's a whole row of houses where they share a wall. In Sydney, the majority of them are 2 stories, particularly in the inner city. But what's funny is sometimes they'll knock down some of them, and there's this one left. So technically, it's not a terraced house anymore, but it was in an earlier stage in its life. And there was this. It was this squat that anarchists had been in for a while, and my friends said, "We're having a party. Do you want to come?" And so my housemates, who'd been taking me out a few times, I thought, now's my opportunity to take them out, because they'd been taking me. And I was like, I'm going to take you out. This is like a house party. It's going to be pretty cool. And a bunch of people were doing acid, and I thought, you know what? There's a bunch of people here who I know and trust, and they know I've never done it in Minecraft, and they'll look after me. And so I feel, and that's a very big thing with hallucinogens, feeling safe, having someone looking out for you. And so I did it. And so there's a party, huge fucking bonfire. Also, hallucinogens and fire, match made in heaven.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, because you can just get absolutely lost in the flames. It's incredible. So I want to tell you basically the funniest part of it. And hi, Richard. It is, in fact, the last Friday of 2022. This is correct. Yeah.
I won't be around for the stream tomorrow.
No, you said you had a thing.
I have a thing I'm going to.
Yeah. A gay thing.
It's going to be pretty gay.
It's going to be
but it's going to be board games. So
yeah.
it's
so
quiet,
gay.
But that's really gay too.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, there's like dance gays and quiet night playing board games gays, and I'm now quiet night playing board games gay.
Yeah,
it's on brand.
We're here for it. We're on brand.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So yeah, I'll be at home, because fuck going out in crowds. Fuck that. No, I did do it in my youth, and I'm not doing it now. I'm going to be having a chill night. So if you all want to hang out, I'll be there. But anyway, so this house party, I said, shit starts to kick in, right? And it's fun because there's a flickering light when you're on hallucinogens is excellent in Minecraft.
Allegedly.
Kids don't do drugs. They're bad always, and always illegal, and I would never endorse them.
Not that I've ever done them. And I don't know what they're like.
No, but in Minecraft, it works like this.
Okay.
Flickering light is awesome. And
please tell me this story that you overheard someone tell me.
The funniest bit of the whole night. It's a 2-story terrace house that was completely detached and standing alone.
Okay.
Which was very weird.
That's so weird.
They had knocked, it was in like a paddock.
Okay.
It was really weird.
Okay.
They had knocked down all the other houses, and this one was weird.
Wow.
But yet someone upstairs had decided, it's kind of like they didn't want someone to wander into their bedroom. They'd put a wardrobe against the, but one of my friends was in there, and I followed him at one point. And so if you push the door, and then you had to sort of wiggle your way behind a wardrobe, there was enough room to wiggle between, and then you get into the room. And I did that when I was kind of straight in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And then later in the night, when everything was a bit more unsure, I was doing the same thing. I went to try and find someone. Is he in this room? And there was a window in this room overlooking the bonfire. So the light, and the light in the room wasn't on. So the light in this room was flickering and changing all the time.
Yep.
And I went in, and I was shuffling by this wardrobe, which was a weird tactile sensation, and the lights flickering.
Oh no!
And I went like, oh my god, I think I'm imagining a person just. Oh my god, it feels like there's a person just there too.
Oh, no.
And then I reached out and touched, and it was an actual person. And I went, ah! And I went back this way and grabbed, and it was actually a real person. And I'm like, ah! So to go through this phase where you A, think you're hallucinating, and then B, that's not an hallucination, that's a real person. I should run away, but I can't because what I thought was hallucination is another real person there.
Yeah.
That's weird. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yes.
Kids, don't do drugs.
That's great.
Yeah, no, that was fun. The thing of I can't trust my senses. That's not a real person. Oh, yes, it is.
Wait, it is.
So's that.
Could I get another drink?
Yeah. Of the thingy?
If you got anything else?
Okay, things we have. Okay, you don't want the banana rum.
I just don't like banana.
No, that's fine.
I don't like the taste.
Oh, okay, you know this. We should find a way to use this. This is a pineapple amaro.
Oh.
So this is it's going to be at least a slightly bitter.
Okay, I've got gin.
This is going to go with gin.
Okay, there's Melbourne Dry over there.
Okay.
I've got whiskey.
Ooh. Okay, it's going to go with either whiskey or gin.
I've got
All right. So, okay, Abigail and I have just wandered off stream. Hi, we're still here.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, the Aces gin. Okay, so this is a thing the Bitters Lab had that looked really cool. It's a pineapple amaro. And a friend of mine got it, and I asked them what it was like. And
Monkey shoulder.
Oh, that is such a good mixing whiskey.
It is.
All right. So first, need to know what this tastes like.
Okay.
Because Amaro works with both gin and whiskey. Oh. Okay, so this, I love getting really different weird stuff, and that is different weird stuff. Pineapple Amaro. Mm.
I'm gonna put the...
Oh, that's really good. Have a taste of that. See what you think of that. Oh my God, that's really good. I'm thinking that with monkey shoulder.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is good.
That fucking rocks.
Oh.
So we could make a twist on an old. It's almost like a boulevard. It's somewhere between an old fashioned and a boulevardier. So we want to be a bit. No,
that was about to fall.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
We don't need broken glass.
We don't need broken glass. Okay, so I'm thinking a bit of ice. Little bit of ice. Just a bit of ice, that's okay. Okay, so I'm thinking little bit of ice, little bit of monkey shoulder. That's possibly more than a little bit of monkey shoulder. And a little bit of the pineapple amaro. Now, all right. Give that a go. What's that like?
So is this...
That's monkey shoulder and the pineapple amaro.
So this is going to be super strong.
Yeah, we could put some soda in it if you want to turn it. But I'd taste it and decide if you want to put some soda in it as well.
Soda water.
Soda? Yep.
It's too strong for me.
It's too strong. That's okay.
It tastes good. But...
Turn it into a highball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, well, you choose. Which water you want to put in it? The lemonade or the soda or the whatnot? Richard, look, I'm gonna have one of these in a bit. I have to actually finish the existing one I have. Then I think I have to go wee-wees.
I need to do that too. I need to expose my genitals to the...
Expose your genitals to the air and expel urine.
Yeah. But it will be in a private space.
Yeah.
Where no one else can see.
Yes.
So
unlike at work, if your desk is near the entrance to the toilet and your co-workers walk past you nervously, you go, "Don't look uncomfortable. I understand. You're about to expose your genitals to the air and expel urine." How's that?
That is good.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're going to say it could use something.
No, I'm just trying to give it a score.
Yeah.
7.5.
Nice.
Out of 10.
Well, that means it's not. That means that's a drink you don't regret having.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Pineapple. I like pineapple.
Absolutely, Richard. It's party. So I mean, because that was, I didn't even measure that. I just splashed in the monkey shoulder, splashed in the pineapple. Maybe it would be good with more of the pineapple Amaro. I don't know. I
think that because the Amaro is a bit bitter.
A little bit, yeah.
Because I don't like bitterness.
Yeah.
I think that's what's bringing the rating down from an 8.
All right.
Because I was judging 8 or 7.5.
Yeah.
Because it is good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But that's the thing, that maybe a little bit less of the Amaro. Because again, whiskey highball is a classic, but you're just making it, maybe make it again with just less of the pineapple Amaro. So it's putting an element of complexity to a whiskey highball, basically.
Yeah.
Seems like it's I like that pineapple Amaro there. So
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
You're going to
I shall return.
Le bathroom. I might make myself one of those actually. Sorry, so looking back what Strictly Sega said, it's fun when you find a drink that you really like and then the stream's really entertaining for the next hour. Yeah, it's I'm going to make myself one of those, I think. Whiskey and the pineapple Amaro and some soda. I need some ice cubes in my drinking receptacle. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do the other one as well. Right. Some ice cubes. All right. Some monkey shoulder whiskey. This is a blended Scotch. Very good mixer. Very good mixer for cocktails. Now I'm going to put a bit of the pineapple Amaro in. And I'm going to taste that and see what I think of it. Oofed. Oh, okay, Safa. So the hot cross bun, it's not a whiskey, it's a gin. So it's the I think I put it back in the freezer. But yeah, it's $30 at Dan's. Well fucking worth it. The hot cross bunny gin liqueur. It is a little bit sickly sweet as liqueur, so it goes really well with a soda. But with a soda, it's at least an 8 out of 10. Anyway, so I haven't put any lemonade or soda in here. This is just the whiskey and the pineapple Amaro. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, yum. That is really good. But I think I will do a highball. I will do some lemonade. And yes, no Mimsy tonight, Safa. Although Big Kitten might show up at some point. The ridiculously huge kitty with Maine Coon DNA may show up. God, I can hear a dog barking now. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. Honestly, that hot cross bunny gin liqueur at $30, I would recommend unreservedly. It's really fucking yummy. Richard, it does sound like an angry dog, quite honestly. Oh my God, that's good. Yeah, a little bit of lemonade. Little bit of lemonade in the whiskey and pineapple Amaro is just fucking wicked. It's really good. Wait, where's my phone? Okay, because I've been kind of obsessing about am I getting messages? Okay, Boss of the House has sent me things. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, Boss of the House said, if you have any stuff about AIDS, upload it here. So yeah, Boss of the House wants to do some sort of presentation for the funeral. Okay. So I probably should provide some stuff because I have some interesting images that could be used in a presentation at AZ's funeral. So yum. Oh my God, that's really good. Yummy, yum, yum. Whiskey Amaro highball. Pretty tasty. So I'm going to take that pineapple Amaro home and experiment with it a little. Because I think it will make some extremely... Oh, shit, Rottweiler dude. I'm really sorry that you don't know. Our friend and guiding light, Aidsy, actually died yesterday morning. We had a big memorial night live stream for Aidsy last night. So, yes, I regret to inform you that our man now exists on a plane different to ours. So I made one for myself too.
What do you think?
I like it. I again, honestly, based on your review, I put a little less. I think,
oh yeah.
But I'm definitely going to experiment with that pineapple Amaro. It's really interesting.
It is good.
I'm maybe going to make drinks that say to use Campari, which I fucking hate. It's so bitter. I'm probably going to make some classic Campari drinks with that and see what it's like, because it's way more subtle than Campari.
Sure.
Yeah, sadly, Rottweiler dudes just come in. Oh, I hate to have to tell people, honestly. But it is a thing.
It's so... I am still
in
shock.
It is. It's fucking weird. And yeah, I can't think of any better way to put it than I've been preparing for this for 10 years since he had the necrotizing fasciitis, which should have killed him.
Yeah.
And then he's just had a succession of things that should have killed him. I've been ready for this for 10 years. So it seemed both inevitable and impossible at the same time. It's very strange.
Yeah.
It is very
He's
strange.
just so fucking young.
Yeah. Oh God. Talk to me about how unsettled that makes me. That he was younger. Every time I see anything in the media about anyone younger than me or not much older than me dying, I'm like, oh, that's reassuring. Yeah. Fuck. Also, yeah, there's also some family history in mine. One of my sisters didn't make it to 50. She died of cancer.
Oh, damn.
And so as I started approaching 50, I never told anyone, but I was freaking the fuck out. It's like, she was like no one in my family watches this. I can say she was my favorite.
Well, I mean, Raymond didn't make it very far either.
Or did he? We don't know. Raymond, he might be alive at the bottom of that well. We don't know.
My first girlfriend always swore that she would off herself before she hit 40.
Oofed.
She is over 40 and she's still alive.
Yeah.
So
young people often say stupid as fuck things.
But I feel ripped off.
That she didn't.
That she didn't. She's a legit sociopath. I hate her.
Fair call.
Like forever.
Fair call.
She
fucked
me over so many ways.
Yep.
In every way but good ways.
And you're mildly tempted to send them messages.
Oh yeah.
Wuss.
Next time I see her, legit, I'm gonna mention that. Just I probably shouldn't.
No.
I so want to though. I so want to.
There's like the things we want to do, and there's a thing in there. So Amaris is on Facebook. Hi, I miss you too. Amaris is another local person I know through YouTube.
Since we're not doing this at the moment,
are you going to plug the mouse in?
Yeah, have a mouse.
Have a mouse. Yeah,
because the trackpad is balls.
Plus, I'll soon be way too drunk to use a trackpad.
Trackpads are awful.
They do. They suck big time. And apparently, like my work,
run out of USB ports.
There might be one on the other side.
Oh yeah, there is.
I'll move.
Yeah, because I've got 2 USB 3 ports on this side and a USB 2 on this side. Blah 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 blah.
Oh God.
Okay, we are moused up.
Fuck yeah. Yes, we are.
So now you can just show that.
Amaris was in my video where I made some friends taste the vodka that I had put Vegemite in.
Oh no.
Spoiler alert.
Why would you inflict that on anybody?
Spoiler alert. It's terrible.
Mm.
And the others kind of contained themselves.
Ooh.
And Amaris went, fuck not reacting to this. And she's just like, and so I have a pretty awesome slow-mo of Amaris expressing her opinion of Vegemite vodka. Bad idea.
Do you know the slow-mo guys on YouTube?
I love the slow-mo guys, yes.
Have you seen, they did a slow-mo video of, it's the whole shtick, but they put a video on YouTube. It's an hour long of one of them falling into a swimming pool.
Oh my God! What frame rate is that?
It's ridiculous. It's so slow, and all it is like 15 seconds of that.
Yes,
but it takes an hour to watch
because they can do shit at 20,000 frames a second.
They have a Phantom high-speed camera.
They again, if you remember the Robert Downey Sherlock movies, the second one has a bunch of slow-mo stuff. It's actually them doing it with their...
really?
Because that camera is fucking expensive. It costs tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And they had one for the YouTube channel. And because this movie was being shot in the UK, they went, these guys have the expensive camera and they're experts. Can we just get them in?
Yep.
And so they actually did the slow-mo bits in the second Robert Downey Sherlock movie. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, just watch it because the bits are very cool. The tracking through the forest and the trees exploding under the high caliber fire.
I haven't seen the second one.
It's funny. It's pretty weird. The first one's probably better.
Yeah. I did enjoy the first one.
Yeah.
It's just been too long, and like the way I consume movies now is on a second monitor while I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And Sherlock Holmes movies, you have to watch them actively.
Yeah.
And like, sure, I can do that. I sometimes do that with other shows or movies.
Yeah.
But I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And like, usually if I'm watching a movie, it's because I have chronic fatigue and I can't concentrate.
Yeah.
And it's like while I'm gaming or something.
Yeah.
So
I watched 2 movies in the last week that I'd been meaning to watch for a while. One was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
How good is that?
It's really good. I might have built up my expectations of it too much.
Okay.
I fucking love Michelle Yeoh though. She's awesome. It's a multiverse movie. It's really fun.
Yeah. I think the Marvel Infinity War movie kind of spoiled multiverse movies, but this Everything Everywhere All at Once had a real I really liked its take on that.
Yeah.
And
it's really good. It's worth watching.
And the 2 stories.
Yeah.
It's a family story.
It's ultimately about family, yes.
Like you can take like all the multiverse stuff and it's a really like out of it, and it's a really touching family story like separately.
And at the same time it's silly as fuck.
There are
bits in it that are so funny
and hilarious and absurd.
Yeah. And I'm worried about talking it up too much. It's fun. Just watch. It's free on all the streaming services now.
Yep.
It's fun.
It's a few years old now, isn't it?
It was released in the cinemas last year.
Okay.
And of course, no one was going to cinemas.
Yeah.
So it took till now to be free on the streaming services.
Yep.
The other one is the Netflix movie Glass Onion, which is a sequel to Knives Out. Which Knives Out was my favorite movie the year it came out. It's a weird murder mystery with Daniel Craig doing this foppish Southern US accent, which is weird and hilarious.
I haven't watched it.
Okay, watch Knives Out first. It's on various streaming services.
Okay.
The sequel, Glass Onion, was made for Netflix, so that's a Netflix one. Knives Out.
I have Netflix.
Yeah. Knives Out was a cinema release.
I'm not just a pirate in a bay.
Nice. You're not just pirate. But Glass Onion came out on Netflix last week, and there was some particularly funny online discourse about Ben Shapiro, who's a fucking moron.
Fuck, he's an idiot.
He's so dumb. And him just having an exceptionally bad take on it. I thought, oh God, I've got to watch it. The online discourse is going to spoil it for me. And so I watched it and then read the Ben. God, he's dumb. He's so dumb.
He's not self-aware dumb.
No. He
thinks he's smart.
It's embarrassing. And it's because for those people who don't know Ben Shapiro, when he was still a teenager, I think, he was picked up by some creepy billionaire fucks who wanted to poison young people's mind with right-wing shit. And they said, oh, here's a young camera-genic right-winger. We will pay him to do shit.
Also, he had a talent. I think he was a violinist or something, wasn't he? He was like a very talented musician or something. He was like a child prodigy.
I don't know about that.
I could be mixing him up for someone else. I heard something about that, and he like the fame went to his head, and he also just happened to be a right winger.
Yeah,
and like now his shtick is to spout his bullshit like at people who are younger than him, who are less prepared to debate him, or people who like are just so ill prepared.
Yeah.
Like, and he's got all his talking points that he just answers off in rapid fire, and just bewilders them. And as soon as he gets in front of someone who's ready for that, he fucks off.
Yeah,
he'll chuck a tantrum and go.
He's got nothing. He is a violinist.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he got recruited by the Koch brothers, these creepy right-wing billionaires, to be. He's the young, sexy voice of conservatism, and they paid him a fortune to. And kept telling me, you are our smart, clever boy. So he believes he's smart, and he fucking isn't.
He's not.
He is not.
He's average at best.
At best.
Yeah.
And
but he's suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect.
yeah, he doesn't know how stupid he is.
In ways that I've barely seen
Yeah.
outside the flat Earth community.
Yeah.
Like
there was a funny one a year or two ago where because he's very conservative and he doesn't like people who are into sex.
Including himself.
Exactly. That song Wet Ass Pussy. It was particularly funny where he thinks besides thinking he's smart, he thinks he's funny.
Yeah.
And he's not. And he kept saying like, well, there's something wrong with them if their pussy's that wet. My doctor wife says they maybe have trichinosis. And the rest of the world is going, dude, do you not get that you appear to be telling the world you have never sexually aroused a woman?
Mm-hmm.
So a wet vagina is very confusing to you?
Yeah, wow.
Dude, and again, I personally believe that's not reality. It's just that he's so fucking stupid. He made these public statements that everyone went, dude, you appear to be saying the concept of a sexually aroused woman is very strange to you.
Self-burn.
He's an idiot. With him. Again, my other favorite joke about him is, well, for someone who opposes communism, he seems to really enjoy being publicly owned. And it's just like, because he keeps saying dumb shit.
Yes.
And his take on...
I almost spat.
I know. Spit take.
That.
His take on Glass Onion was spectacularly bad. The most common response is, so Ben, you've never watched a murder mystery before? He's like, but they said stuff that wasn't true. And it's like... It's like his version of a murder mystery apparently should be where someone walks in, I know who the murderer is, and this is what happened. I don't know what we're going to do for another 90 minutes.
Oh, dear. Okay.
The dude he's just not... There are a few things funnier.
Columbo with extra steps.
Yes. There are a few things funnier than a not smart person who thinks they're smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah. It's sad, but also, if he wasn't such an asshole...
He's dangerous. He is actually dangerous.
I'm going to open up those chips.
Chips sounds excellent.
We bought chips as well.
We did. We actually went out earlier. We got some mixers and we got some chips and we got some cookies.
Mm-hmm.
We fucking prepared.
Yeah. Party night. Excellent.
Micro, hello.
Hello.
What's this? Touch boobs? No, we won't be doing that.
No.
No.
No, thank you, sir.
Far too gay to have any interest in wanting to. So
I'll touch a woman's boobs any day.
Yeah, honestly, let's get on. What's a woman's boobs app?
Look, gone are the days when I could arrange a hookup that night, but I could be touching another woman's boobs in the next 24 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I will be as well when I go home, but not doing it. I think my personal favorite, just freakish stupidity from Ben Shapiro that was outed by someone. There's an English YouTuber, his name's Harry, the YouTube channel is H Bomber Guy. He's into gaming shit, but his takedown of Ben Shapiro from a few years ago was hilarious. And I swear to God, Ben Shapiro, thinking he sounds intelligent, did this thing at a public forum. He's a global warming denier, basically. He doesn't think anything bad's going to happen because of climate change. And he's talking about sea level rises. And he's going, so what if it's true? What if it's true? What if the sea levels rise? What if the sea... Also, he talks like a fucking weirdo. What if the sea levels rise? If the coastal towns are inundated and the water goes up, and why is that so bad? If people's houses are flooded, they'll just sell their houses. And then because H Bomber Guy, there's just like a wall that's made of plywood, and you hear this noise going bang, bang, and he's basically hacking through the wall with an axe, and he hacks a hole big enough to stick his head through, and sticks his head through and goes, sell their houses, Ben! Sell their houses to who? Fucking Aquaman! It's brilliant. And he's done callback.
But that set piece, that
Yeah.
wall,
Yeah.
was in his next few videos.
Yes.
With the hole still there.
Yeah. And he's done a few callbacks. I love that. I forget what he was talking about. One thing he did a thing, and he stuck his head through the hole again. Fucking Aquaman! Did you get it? That was a callback.
Yeah.
But Ben Shapiro literally thought he was being smart by saying it doesn't matter if sea levels rise, if coastal residential areas are inundated, because people could just sell their homes. He thought that was a smart thing to say. He's not smart. He is not smart. Also, there's a YouTube channel called Some More News, and they have a podcast called Even More News. Very funny. And they've done a few on Ben Shapiro. There was one, as I don't know, it's from a couple of years ago. It's called Maybe Ben Shapiro should not be paid attention to. And they basically just highlight all these things where Ben Shapiro is not fucking smart. He's just not. He thinks he is. He's not.
It's just, there are certain people that are a constant source of schadenfreude.
Yeah.
And if there weren't actually dangerous people to be alive in the world, it would be harmless entertainment.
Yeah.
Alas, they have a following.
Yeah, and they're dangerous.
And they influence people.
Yeah. But yeah. Ben Shapiro, not a smart person.
Thanks, Bitdefender.
Strong passwords are difficult. Go away.
So,
Noog, hello, by the way.
Nuggers join us.
Oh, yes, you know Cody Noog. Warning us about the hogs. So, there was that weird tweet from a couple of years ago when there'd been a mass shooting and they're saying these semi-automatic weapons shouldn't be available. And someone's gone like, how do I protect my children from 15 to 20 feral hogs? And everyone's going, the fuck are you talking about? And a few people from rural areas went, look, honestly, we do have a little bit of an issue. Okay. It's rare that 15 to 20 feral hogs get into your yard. And so you need a semi-automatic rifle to take them all out. But this one dude who posted it, everyone's like, yeah, I don't know what he's thinking of.
Wow.
That he's in this constant war with an endless barrage of feral hogs.
Maybe he's like so used to playing tower defense games that he set up his home like that. And he must have semi-automatic weapons because it's the next upgrade.
I was just thinking of like Red Dead Redemption when you ride through the areas and a bunch of wild pigs are there. But they tend to be scared of you and run away. But yeah, 15 to 20 feral hogs attacking your children, that's an issue. That's a real issue.
Yeah, okay. I think
I grew up in the family. I grew up in the country. I don't care if farmers have guns. Farmers aren't coming into town and shooting people as a general rule.
Farmers tend to be pretty responsible with their firearms.
Yeah, or not. Okay. So speaking of feral hogs, pig shooting was a very big thing where I grew up. It's called spotlighting. What people go in utes. They have big fuck off spotlights on the top of the ute. They drive around pitch dark fucking paddocks at midnight, probably drunk, speeding through, and because spotlights highlight animal eyes. And so dudes would be in the tray of the ute, and if they see the glow of eyes, they just start firing. That more than once, what happened around Dubbo, where I grew up, is someone in the cabin of the ute is sitting there with a shotgun and they hit a really bad bump and they pull the trigger and shoot someone who's in the truck. That happened more than once. They're a menace to themselves. Okay. This is not America. The people who do this shit are more a menace to themselves than anyone else.
I want to check out this game that Strictly Sega is mentioning.
What Strictly Sega saying?
Tower
A tower
defense.
defense. Dungeon Defenders. Okay.
I don't mind a tower defense game just for some mindless kind of.
Tower defense is fun.
Yeah.
That shit's been around for a while. I'm going to go to the loo.
Okay.
I might, for no apparent reason, sit down.
Do it.
I might do AIDSy mode. Who knows?
I've got it set up so all you have to do is sit down and press B-Day.
Yeah.
And just enjoy.
Okay, I have to do it. I literally only want to pee, but I feel like I have to do it.
Sit down to pee. You have my permission.
Yeah.
And then B-Day.
All right. Fuck it.
You'll have the cleanest butthole. Oh no! You know what this means? I'm by myself here.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Stop talking.
I'm in introvert hell. Some. Oh no. Grab the remote. Remote control. Oh no. Oh no. I could. I'm not. It's in there. It's on the. It's got a magnetic wall holder, but that'd be a nice trick to play on someone. Next time. That's mean. That's so mean. Ingrid's gonna be like 45 minutes now. Yeah. Actually, I had a lady friend come over the other day and use the facilities, and I just hear this from the bathroom, and the pressure was a little bit too much for her, unfortunately. So yeah, that's a thing. I don't know if you heard that, but I just heard that from in the bathroom. Angry just went woo and laughed. Please chat in chat, please. I can't maintain a conversation. Garden hose pressure. Oh God, no, you can't. No, you will cause damage. No. There is a mode. There's AIDSy mode on that. That's what it's called now. That is just, it's very high pressure. Don't do it. Hi everyone. I had to upgrade Angry's computer today. I got him a Ryzen 9 5950X. It's a really good processor. And he's got 64 gig of RAM in his computer now. Any plans for New Year's? Me, I'm going to a big queer barbecue, playing board games. Yes, how cool. Yes, it's like previous generation, but it's still so good that it kicks ass. Yes, it's one of the best CPUs you can buy. The Ryzen 5, and I thought that was good. Yeah, Ryzen 5 is good.
Stop. Do I have to push the other button to make it stop?
It will stop, or you can press the stop button, but it will stop eventually. Sits in corner with Ryzen 5, and I've got an Intel. It stopped. Finally, it stopped. I've got it. What have I got? I've got an i7 9700. I think it's a 9th gen i7 with 32 gig of RAM. He wanted this desktop that's sitting next to the laptop that we're streaming from. He wanted this for his video processing. He does videos in 4K, and it was just kind of slow for him. So I did a few upgrades, and this is the result. And he's got adult money because he has a full-time job. A cell phone and Nintendo Switch. Oh God, my computer's like 3 years old now. I've got a fucking RTX 2080 Super, which still is awesome. I could use a 3080, but The 2080 Super's awesome. Love it. Angry in 4K, you can see all his old age liver spots on his face. And his 5 head in glorious 5K. Oh my god, when I walk in 5K in 4K, I'm gonna just put that on the screen. The moment I drag even a short 4K file, you can hear the fans speed up as they slow down. As soon as you like go, yeah, I hear that. I'm getting this power station, and I want to grab a solar panel to recharge it. Oh yeah, fair enough. I don't know.
Okay.
How was that experience?
All right. Okay. Oof. Okay. Review number 1. Maybe I need a bidet.
Well, that I had the water set to not heated because it's pretty warm.
It's pretty warm. I know it was fine.
There are 2 levels of heating.
All right.
So there's no heating at all.
Yeah.
Which is what it's set to. There's medium heat, which is just like, it's nice. And then there's hot water. When it's cold.
I might enjoy that in winter.
Yeah, in winter it is great. Yes.
A hot water butt wash in winter.
Yeah.
Okay, like seriously, for real. I was going to be frivolous and whatnot. For real, I might have a look into a bidet.
Yeah.
To be frivolous, AZ is on another plane somewhere going, ripped off. Why did I never get the excited spray of water?
AZ was here
and
got to use it.
Oh, okay. See, so, he died happy is all I'm saying.
There's a thing on the screen.
Yeah. I was going to say he died happy.
He died happy. He got to use it.
Let me, look, honestly, if we keep going for a few more hours, have a few more drinks, I might be convinced to go AZ mode.
We've broken the seal.
We have broken the seal.
Which is not actually a thing, but, we've broken the seal and we are still drinking. AZ mode will change
my life.
But it just like kind of shifts your perspective kind of like 1 degree. Like in the way that LSD does.
Yeah. I kind of think I won't be able to make it through the night without doing AZ mode.
You should.
I think at some point I'm going to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The stop button is there. The stop button is there.
Okay, I tell you what I noticed. There's a button that says child. I'm not okay with that.
Oh, it's more of a lock mechanism.
Right.
It's like to turn off AZ mode. Basically.
You don't want your kids giving themselves enemas. Okay.
Yeah, so you set it up so that kids can't press AZ mode or turn the water up too high, or the water pressure up too high, and stuff like that.
No, but it was definitely, that was literally my first B-Day experience.
Wow.
And it was an experience. It was very interesting. I was like, okay, I get why people are into this. You would definitely feel clean afterwards.
So clean that I recently had to go to the Royal Women's.
Yeah.
To the dermatology department.
Yeah.
Because it's a family genetic trait.
Right.
We can't use soap. We use like soap-free soap.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, we get dermatitis and it can affect moist areas like armpits and genital region. And so I had to go to the Royal Women's and the doctor was I was like having an examination, and this is probably TMI, but I don't care. I've had a bit to drink.
Yeah, it's Friday night. Too much information. Here we fucking come.
TMI Friday.
Yes. Forget TGI Friday. This is TMI Friday.
Yeah. So anyway, because now that AZ's gone,
I know we have to carry the torch. We have to carry the torch.
So she said, "Wow, I think you're too clean down there." And
wow.
Like, how is that possible? Like, I don't shower as much because of my chronic illnesses. I don't literally don't have the energy to shower more than like every couple of days.
Yeah.
So how is it? B-Day.
B-Day.
And I just mentioned to her, I have a B-Day. And she says, you need to stop using that. And I said, there is no way
No,
I can
no,
stop
stop.
using that. No, just no.
No.
So she said, okay. I literally said that. And so she said, okay, compromise. Don't use it as much. So apparently you can be too clean.
That's intriguing.
Mm.
Well, where I think a bidet would probably come to its own, if you were picking up people from nightclubs.
Yeah.
If you've been in a if you've been in a nightclub, you get a bit swampy and whatnot. And if action's going to happen, you just go like, yeah, excuse yourself, and there's a little button there.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to go, oh, I have so much more confidence now.
Yeah.
I have been rinsed.
Every time you pick up a girl from a nightclub and take her back home, and she says, I just need to freshen up a bit, or I just need to use the bathroom, she's washing a vag. Yeah.
And also, and I think because dudes need the biggest tip on that area. If you're a dude, and okay, maybe you don't have a bidet. Maybe you should get one, but maybe not.
Wash your butthole.
But have the wet wipes there.
Wet wipe.
Because if you pick up in a nightclub, the person you pick up will feel so much more confident if there are wet wipes in there. So just to make your pickup feel a bit more confident, wet wipes win. Also, bidet's next level. Wet wipes, good. Bidet, so much better.
So, micro, what was happening with me is that because I was cleaning so much, that it was stripping the natural oils and exfoliating way too much.
Yeah.
And because of this dermatitis that I'm prone to, it was causing like a lot of problems for me.
Yeah. And humans can be swayed too much by advertising and thinking you need to depilate and use antiperspirants, and to an extent that's not healthy. But yes, if you use a bidet, you are going to be a bit different to the rest of the population, is what I'm saying.
So I love that I have a squeaky clean butthole. It's so nice and refreshing.
It was an experience. Like I said, that was literally my first bidet experience. And you're like, oh, I get it. I'm probably going to go home and say to Mrs. Angry, oh, maybe we should do it.
If she's unconvinced, bring her here.
Yes! Bring her here.
Yeah.
Because I think she'd like the whiskey bar.
Yeah.
I know she wants to come over and do that, actually. Okay. And get on the bidet. Get on the bidet. Start gently. And then if you're feeling adventurous, I'm okay. There's no way I'm going to go through the night without going AIDSy mode. I'm doing it.
Just get it over with.
I'm not going to do it now. I just did introductory level.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me have another couple of drinks.
You do actually need a few drinks to
a couple more drinks,
soften up,
and then I'm going to do AIDSy mode. This is fucked up.
It does clean you out.
This is fucked up that we have an AIDSy mode.
It's not actually called AIDSy mode on the remote.
It should be.
I have a label maker.
Look, this is the other thing I'm going to do. If I win Lotto, I'm going to do a bidet, and it's going to have an AIDSy mode on it. Oh, look, Dr. Abigail has a label maker. She's going to change it to AIDSy mode.
Oh, yeah.
Bigly, she would be so proud.
He would.
No, have I gone goblin mode? About half my life is goblin mode, quite honestly.
What's goblin mode?
It's when she's just like, I'm just staying in bed. Actually, let's get a definition.
I saw on
it's a lady thing more than a man thing, actually, I think.
On Instagram, I saw this woman as an art thing. For 11 hours, she did this crochet work, but she basically crocheted a cocoon around herself.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just ended up in this crochet cocoon.
I love that. So I started with, I was going to put in what is goblin mode. Google has completed to what is the study of the devil called?
What is your Google doing?
What is human trafficking? What is prime drink? What is my IP? What is gaslighting? What is a Nepo baby? Okay, what is goblin mode?
Okay.
Oxford officially
Science.
defines goblin mode as a slang term for a type of behavior which is unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations. I think that's us. I think you and me are goblin mode.
Yeah, okay.
We are fucking goblin mode. And you get out of goblin mode by going AIDSy mode on the B-Day.
Mhm.
And then suddenly you're in a different mode. What does goblin mode mean? Yeah, so it's basically just being it's been printed out. AIDSy mode's been printed out. I love it.
It's official.
It's official. The anima mode on the B-Day is now AIDSy mode.
It just so happens I have a cutting mat and a blade right here.
Nice.
I've used this craft knife for so many
Micro.
things.
What is Asian Asper? Oh my god, I have a video that I did many years ago that still gets views, normally from horny guys from India.
Oh,
A
no.
rumor went
No.
around that in Japan they have ass-eating cafes, and it's like weird salarymen go in there, and there are these holes in the wall that young women stick their butts through. And the out salarymen get in there and go, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And in the West, it became conjecture: is this real or is someone fucking with us?
I don't think that's real.
But there were pictures but yeah. So I had a whole video called "Does Japan really have ass eating cafes?"
Oh, I think that's just a high production porn video.
And that's what I said. It's like initially this thing got around that said they were real. Then other people were going, no, it's not, you idiots. But there were images.
It's an elaborate glory hole video.
It is a glory hole. Also, okay, here's the thing that I wanted to say. Porn is fucking weird.
It is.
In the last couple of years, a few new porn genres have existed.
Uh-huh.
One of them is called free use.
Yeah.
And it's where the person who's being fucked
I'm aware of this.
Doesn't actually respond to anything. And I'm going,
and they're just going about their day.
How the fuck is this sexy? This is weird. And the other one
there's like subreddits of free use.
Yeah.
Where the woman will just post, oh, I just moved in with these guys and I just said, okay, I'm free use. And at any point, like one of them will come up to her and just like bend her over.
Yeah.
And she has loves it. She has no say in it, but she has ultimate say, of course.
Of course.
But like, yeah, at any point.
And the other weird thing that's kind of related but not exactly the same is women getting stuck in places. Like they went to get something from under the bed or under the couch, and they're stuck, so their butt's up in the air.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one.
No, that's and it's just like
that sounds contrived.
Really? Is there porn that's contrived?
Fine, call me out then.
All right.
You mean those videos with the pizza guy?
Pizza guy's not real.
Were contrived too.
Also, okay.
I am undone.
So I'm
Is that
which Andrew Hughes?
Andrew Hughes.
Hi.
Hello.
Stopping by for a few minutes. Moving it. Yeah. Andrew's someone I've known for a while.
Okay. Hi.
Moving mud around.
Because he's on Facebook, I thought I'd put the
he's on Facebook. And I love the idea that you're moving mud around. No further questions.
Fine. Yeah. Okay.
By which I mean, I want to know what moving mud around
means.
Like,
is that?
I really want to know.
Is that literally like slinging mud?
Yeah.
As a metaphor, like literal metaphor. Okay. I'm being contrived.
Making a difference metaphorically. Sorry. Another tick in the Angry Aussie bingo card as if I mentioned Bo Burnham.
Oh.
The song from
Yes.
Inside where he's joking about how being a white guy doing comedy is so fucking pointless. And the line in the song is making a literal difference metaphorically. He is very smart.
Stopping by for a few minutes, then back to moving. Yeah, mud around.
Moving mud around. I do like that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm old enough with porn.
Porn isn't fake.
I used to have
Strictly
classifications.
Sega. I'm really sorry we have to tell you this, but some porn is fake. In fact, most porn is fake.
I'm old enough, like pre-internet porn. Okay, there were various things.
God.
American porn was kind of like what internet porn is now.
Okay.
British porn, like British girly mags, was super fucking weird. Also, because the British are very fucking weird.
Oh, it just reminds me of that Doug Anthony All Stars song.
Yeah.
Here comes the sun. The pastry lady, she's a big girl.
Yeah. But they used to British titty mags. The women used to be posed like they were doing housework and their clothes accidentally came off.
Oh,
and it was like,
who does who does housework like that?
It was like, are English guys that fucked up? It was like, ooh, I'm accidentally nude. Whereas American porn was like, yeah, we're doing porn. And British porn was, oh no, my clothes accidentally fell off.
It's like infomercials where people are failing at life in the most traumatic, stupid ways.
That's what English porn in the 80s and 90s was like. English porn in the 80s and 90s was infomercials, but it was their clothes falling off. It's very weird.
Okay, I'll be back in a sec.
You do that. So, and I'm just going to run through it. German porn, that was the weird stuff. If you wanted weird shit, you went and found German porn.
Oh, German porn.
That was the weird shit. So, okay,
I have the remote.
Oh, right.
I'm going
for the bathroom.
Enema to
You're going to change enema to AZ mode. So Andrew's clarifying you're at the bike park building jumps for crazy young folk to hurt themselves on.
I'm going to have to turn the whole thing. Oh,
yeah.
It's not turning on because it makes a beep when it turns on.
All right. So, dude, that is so much more innocent than what we were saying.
Looking at the bike park building jumps and things. Oh, okay.
That is so much
That
more,
is moving mud around.
That is so much more innocent than anything we were thinking.
Yeah, no, because we're a few drinks in.
Yeah, see, here we go. Micro, you like the improper thing. That was the British thing. Like, oh no, I was dusting and my pants fell down. Whereas the American porn was just like, yeah, we're fucking.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
It's reversed, but
oh yeah,
we have
AZ
mode.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
And
AZ mode.
And German porn was just the weird shit because Germans are fucking weird.
You know, there was a statistic in the 90s that I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's that 50% of German men experimented with homosexuality. Which I believe.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
If you've ever seen Rammstein...
I was going to bring up Rammstein.
Then you would believe that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Some of their antics on stage.
Yeah. And particularly when they did shows in Russia, because Russia was being really homophobic, they did the gayest shit on stage. They're doing these metal concerts, and they just did the gayest. The guys in Rammstein,
literal simulated sex.
Yeah.
With fake penises and fake cum just bucketing everywhere.
The guys in Rammstein are so funny.
Yeah.
The lead singer released stuff outside of Rammstein under his name, and I'm blanking. But there's a video on YouTube called "I Praise Abort."
Yeah, okay.
And it is fucked up, and he's basically going like, "I like to fuck my wife, but I don't like robbers." But then she gets pregnant, and it's like he's praising abortions because he doesn't want kids because that sucks. And so he's just fucking his wife and then convincing her to get abortions. And then it's just like at one point it's like, it's too much trouble. So I hate my wife, so I fuck my boyfriend. The guy he's so again, find it on YouTube. This video called Praise Abort. It's fucked up and funny. It's actually a pretty good song. The video is really messed up. The video is really messed up. It's very funny. I forget his name, but this is basically released under his name.
I don't know his name.
Jesus Christ. He's so funny and he's so fucked up.
He's the most German person.
He's so German. He is so fucking German. We're just laughing at fake cum. Yeah, dude. For reals, dude, the fact that Praise Abort has never been removed from YouTube does my head in. I was laughing at the Australian gay musician, Brendan McLean. He's a really good musician, great singer, great songwriter. But he did a video for one of his songs that was inspired by the 70s kind of intellectual analysis of gay semiotics. It's like there was a thing in the 70s where they had colored hankies in their back pockets. And the colored hanky meant something in the
hanky
pocket,
code.
And it meant something else.
Yep.
And so Brendan McLean did a video inspired by this. And the song was not that sexual. But the video he released, which stayed on YouTube for a couple of weeks, at one point, dudes were definitely fucking. You weren't being shown penetration, but you're looking at it going, they're fucking. That is not simulated. Those guys are fucking.
There's a movie. It's not overly. It's queer. It's very queer.
Yeah.
But it's the most overtly sexual movie without actually being porn.
Right. Yes.
That I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's called. I think it's called The Short Bus.
Oh my god! Yes, that's what's that guy's name? Oh god, his first big film was called Totally Fucked Up.
Okay, and it's about like three people who can't masturbate.
Yeah.
And masturbate to orgasm, basically. But it opens with just these two people actually fucking.
Yeah, no, the people in Short Bus actually fucked.
Yes.
That was a very well-known thing. They were actually fucking.
I'm watching and I'm like, how is this not porn?
Short Bus, I haven't seen, but I've read about. They definitely fucked in that.
No, that you can tell.
Greg Araki, that's the director's name. His first one was called Totally Fucked Up, which was an incredibly radical gay film where the two protagonists, they were like a butch gay and a sub gay. And the butch guy and this was in the peak of AIDS, and he was just sick as shit. There's one scene where he just beats some skinheads to death because they were going gay bashing.
Yeah.
And he was just like, fuck, and he just beats these guys to death. And his big plan is, because he's HIV positive. He's got, I got a syringe of my own blood. I'm going to a George Bush rally. This is when George Bush was president. Yeah, George Bush the younger. And I'm just going
W.
Yeah, W. No, it was senior actually.
Okay.
Senior. And he's going, I am going to stab him with a syringe of my blood. And he says, I swear to God, there will be an AIDS cure in 6 months.
Yeah, okay.
It was like Greg Araki is so political and so into challenge. Yeah, Short Bus they were fucking. That was the whole thing. They were definitely fucking.
Yeah.
I watched.
It's a good movie.
It is. Yeah. I watched White Lotus recently, which people had been raving about. There's 2 seasons of it. It is very good. It's on the streaming services.
Okay.
So if you went sailing with some pirates in the bay, you might find it.
Okay.
It's worth it. Do it.
Okay.
White Lotus. It's funny and weird. It's like super rich people going to a super exclusive resort, and they're all fucked horrible people.
Okay.
And some bad things happen. But at one point, this guy, you got this scene, and this guy has got his face buried in a young guy's butt, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he is eating.
He's eating ass.
He's actually eating ass there.
And I was like, And there is a modern thing because movies
There's only so much you can fake on screen.
movies traditionally had stunt coordinators.
Uh-huh.
Good TV shows and movies now, where there's any intimate action, have an intimacy coordinator.
Yep.
I'm assuming they had because he's got his face. This is not fake. He's got his face is just buried in this dude's ass. But that was also in that TV series Girls. I forgot her name.
Okay.
She's a
Amy Poehler.
No. Much younger than Amy Poehler. I can't remember. We could look it up.
We have the internet.
Holy shit. All right, so but Girls, which I've never watched properly, but I did see it was the opening of one of the seasons, and it was a dude, and he's got his face just buried in this woman's ass, and I was like, that's not fake.
Yeah,
his face is way up there,
way up in there.
So Girls, TV show.
See, Strictly Sega. Those letters are trying to scare you. They just send them out to like so many people. Also, improve your OPSEC. It's more than just a VPN. You also need to use what's it called? That onion.
Oh, Tor, the onion router.
Yeah, Tor browser. To get said torrent.
Okay.
And always make sure you're downloading via a VPN.
Yeah.
One that doesn't keep logs.
Yeah.
At all.
Because I am old enough to remember people doing incredibly stupid shit, like getting stuff off LimeWire that they thought was a song, and it was something to do .exe, and it's like, no, don't do it. Okay, her name's Lena Dunham.
Oh, Lena Dunham.
She's a little bit questionable. She's probably. I don't think she's awful. She's kind of been honest to the extent where it's like, I don't think you know what you just said then.
Yeah.
But the cast had people like Adam Driver was in that show.
Yeah.
There was one it was her, Alison Williams.
Okay.
It was the first episode of season 2 or 3. She had some guy's face just buried in her butt. It was
they were having sex.
I know. It was like, yeah, no, that's not fake. You cannot fake that. So there was an interesting thing with a very old actor who I like, and he got dumped from some movie because he wouldn't listen to the intimacy coordinator. They're like, no, we need to block this out. And he's going, I'm just going with how I feel. Like, no. If you just do shit, that's not consensual.
And
that
is SA.
He got dumped from the movie, and he did a big. Trying to remember his name. I do like him, but
is that a recent movie?
That's recent. That was in the last year or so.
Was that the zombie movie?
I don't remember, but I just remember this guy who I kind of liked because he's been in shit forever. He's like 70 or 80 or whatever.
Oh no!
And he was like, "Oh, I'm an actor. I go with how I feel." It's like, no. You won't. If a stunt coordinator tells you to do A, B, C, you don't go with how you feel. And just because this involved groping a woman, when there's an agreed consensual series of things that will happen, you don't go outside of that, dude. You just don't.
That is correct. Yeah.
And he's just like an old guy, and he just like didn't get. And it's like, oh, dude, why the fuck is that so hard to grasp?
Old people are fucked.
And I'm being like, he is 70 something.
Yeah. Fucking boomers. And
fucking boomers, man. And
I don't use TikTok at all.
No, I don't use TikTok. I occasionally see TikToks on Facebook or Twitter.
I see TikToks on like 2 days later on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like other old people.
Yeah. Like just like old people. I don't
do. Getting lots of Arab kids in bandages, and they just sit there and beg for house. What?
Dude, that's fucking weird. Strictly Sega. I don't know.
I don't know what that's about.
I don't know what you're watching, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Hey, I'm gonna have a a break.
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
gonna go sit over there.
Go do that. Have a break.
Just a spoons break.
Yeah,
you know?
spoons break.
And-
Recuperate spoons.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the stream.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna stay here and say weird shit.
But I wouldn't mind another drink.
What? Do you want another one of that gin liqueur with some lemonade or?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's pretty fucking.
It
good.
is. It is good.
Well, you
Just
got your glass.
with less.
Yeah, put a little bit of the thing and more of the lemonade.
Well, I didn't know what quantities you put in.
Oh, I just fucking eyeballed it.
Okay, so like half a shot of the pineapple.
Yeah, put a little bit of that. Oh, you're doing with the whiskey?
Oh, with the whiskey, yeah.
Yeah, do a little bit, just a little bit of that, and more of the whiskey, and then put some soda or something on top.
Okay.
I am absolutely, when I get home, I'm going to do some proper experiments with it.
Sure.
Because it's really good.
Okay. Hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you bring the Christmas cocktail for me?
No, I meant to. That was the thing I forgot. I was halfway
okay.
here. I had 2 bottled cocktails.
Yep.
That were both really good. And I was going to leave one with you. One was gin based and one was whiskey based. And I was halfway here and I went, I forgot the bottled cocktails. Fuck!
All good.
So if we don't drink it all, I'm going to leave that gin liqueur here.
Okay.
Because it's really nice. And I'm just going to get one of my own for home.
Okay.
Again, Dan Murphy's, why are you not sponsoring me? Just because we're talking about this weird gay sex shit.
I know.
Arse eating. We've been talking about
eating.
arse eating for the last half hour.
Come on, Dan Murphy's.
Dan Murphy's, don't you want the arse
It's
eating?
the future.
Don't you want the
all the cool kids are into arse eating nowadays.
Don't you want the arse eating demographic?
Right?
We are terrible. We are just awful.
The arse eating demographic.
I'm just imagining marketing people around the table going, are we capturing the arse eating demographic?
It's a specific subset of like young millennials.
All millennials eat ass, right?
Young millennials and older Gen Z.
Yeah.
The ass eating demographic.
All millennials eat ass is what I'm saying. For Gen X, it was an edgy fringe thing. Millennials, it's fucking mainstream.
Can't say I've ever done that.
No, but we're just like
I've had it done. Like I didn't request it, and it was a shock.
When the tongue gets
like it was a surprise.
But don't we love surprises?
All I'm saying is like the AIDSy mode of sex.
Yeah.
It was a shock.
Yeah.
But I didn't complain.
No, look.
There's a difference.
You've got to explore boundaries sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go.
You got to
All
chill.
I'm saying is that Wollongong girls.
Yeah. Wollongong girls, right?
Right?
Norman Gunston knows what we're talking about. Oh my God. Okay, so I am old enough to have a vague memory of Auntie Jack, which was an ABC series that happened when I was when I was a very little kid that my parents wouldn't let me watch. But Gary McDonald was in that. He was a side character, and this was before he'd come up with Norman Gunston. And he had a version of I've Been Everywhere. And if you know the song I've Been Everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, always been my share, man. And you rattle off a whole bunch of city and state names. Gary McDonald's version was I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Wollongong, 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 Dapto, Wollongong, Wollongong, Wollongong. It was so weird. And I go, for people that don't know, and I want to go to the weird right wingers who are upset about trans people and drag queens in the 70s in Australia on primetime TV. We had this guy with a mustache and a beard wearing a dress and boxing gloves, and the character's name was Auntie Jack. And she's like, I'll rip your bloody arms off. And it was the weirdest. You can find it on YouTube. Auntie Jack on YouTube is weird as fuck. There was Auntie Jack, Graham Bond, I think, was the sidekick, and Gary McDonald was more of a side character. It's very interesting when you look it up. I forget the name of the guy who played Auntie Jack, but the other guy who wrote a lot of the songs, he had very profound and severe mental health issues. There was an ABC Australian story on him a couple of years ago. He died a while back, and his family were trying to share the stories of just how difficult it was with him. Because he was, again, anyone who knows artists who face challenges will get this. There's a whole thing. Strictly Sega knows Auntie Jack. Oh, yes! Auntie Jack actually did the transition to colour TV on the ABC. That was a real thing. Auntie Jack did the transition to colour TV on the ABC. And you, different era, Norman. Oh, that was very late Norman Gunston when he sang the song with Effie from Acropolis Now. Thank you, Strictly Say. Yeah, Graham Bond was Auntie Jack. Oh my God. Also, they were so good at writing songs. They made a lot of money doing ad jingles in the 70s. There was a chocolate bar called Scorched Peanut Bar, and it was a very hard peanut brittle with a thin layer of chocolate on it. And they wrote a song called Peanut, Scotch Peanut Bar, Peanut by Mastercraft. And it's the whole thing. And they called it the hard bar. For people who don't know, in the 70s and 80s particularly, a slang term for an erection was a bar or barring up. And in this ad for Scorched Peanut Bar, the hard bar, one of the guys was straddling a fucking log, a tree that had been cut down, and they had a scantily clad woman stroking the tree trunk. That ad stayed on air for about a week or two before people realized what they were doing, and it got taken off air. That's a real thing. For a chocolate bar, they were just making dick jokes. Very, very, very fun. Also, I got set up by a friend. Okay, this is a true story. Again, we were trying to channel AZ by saying weird true stories. My early 20s, like I grew up in Dubbo. There was a significant Aboriginal population in Dubbo. I knew a few of the families in Dubbo. And then I went to Bathurst for uni, which is where I met AZ. I was in a pub. It was not a student pub. I was in a pub, and there was a dude, Tommy, who I knew from Dubbo, and he grabbed me, an Aboriginal guy, and he's going, "Dude, how you going?" and whatnot. "I haven't seen you for a few years. How you been, man? How you been?" And we're chatting and hanging out, and we were at the bar, and the barmaid's there, and Tommy, who is black, says to me, "Ask her if she likes chocolate." And I'm going, "I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not doing that." He's going, "Do it. Ask her if she likes chocolate." And I'm like, "Oh, do you like chocolate?" And she says, "Why?" And Tommy goes, "Because I got a whole bar of it for you here." It's like, why did you do that to me, man? Why did you drag me into this? So yeah, that's slang from the 70s and 80s. A bar is an erection. So there you fucking go. And my mate Tommy just fucking set me up. And I was like, "I'm not talking to you anymore, man. Why did you do that to me?" And he's just like, "Yeah, lighten up, man." And that was the thing. Growing up in Dubbo and stuff, everyone was cousins. There were a few families. I don't think of the Aboriginal families in Dubbo, there were the Walfords. Ricky Walford was a really successful rugby league player at the time. He played for St. George in Sydney. And so everyone who was named Walford were like, "Yeah, he's my cousin." There were the Cars. I knew a lot of the Cars. There were the Mundines. I knew a lot of Mundines. It's pretty fucking wild. But yeah, you do this, and where a friend says to you when you're in a public thing, And I think this crosses all boundaries of race, gender, sexuality, or whatever. When you're somewhere and you're with someone and they say, ask this person this thing. And you're going, what are you doing? You are setting me up. This is fucked. What are you doing? And you say that, and you don't get what they're saying. And so you say the thing they tell you to say, and then they do the punchline, and you're just like, the fuck did you drag me? Why did you drag me into this? I don't get why you dragged me into this. It's just a thing. It is just a thing. But you know, that's what we do. I'm sorry. This is the B-Day remote that has AZ mode on. I'm just going to take a picture so I can post it on socials. And then I'll probably take a picture of my face when I turn AZ mode on.
We should take that photo to the last hurrah. In fact, I'm going to take a photo and send it to Boss of the House.
He would. So I actually think Boss of the House is like, can I come over and experience AZ mode? He would be up for it.
Yeah.
If he knew he were playing with a B-Day that had AZ mode on it.
Mm-hmm.
I might take a picture now and send it to him. What do you think?
Yeah, do it. I mean, I can do it too, but...
Yeah, no, we should both do it. I might just post it on my socials generally. This is a B-Day remote control. Dare you experience AZ mode? I'm doing that. I'm definitely doing that. I'm just going to put it on all my socials with, this is the Enema mode has been replaced with AZ mode. Dare you experience AZ mode?
Mm-hmm.
Putting it on all my socials.
I'm going to message Boss of the House.
No, he'd like it. He would like it. Oh, no. He might be in the mood to come over. He might be in the mood to come over now to experience AZ mode. Who knows? Oh, I don't know if I'm really drunk, but I feel like I might just be the fridge I'm hearing. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I might just go into my things and edit this photo a bit. Ugh. Yep, no, that's good. I'm putting it on all my socials, challenging people to take on AZ mode.
I'm going to have a bunch of visitors now.
I know. It's going to be a whole thing.
Damn it.
This is the remote for
attach a fucking
B-Day that has an, when we do quotation, enema. I'm not saying I know weird, fucked up people, but if I start posting a thing that I'm where there's a B-Day that is in an enema mode, I can actually list a number of people I know who go, can I come over? Enema mode that has been updated to AZ mode. Dare you experience AZ mode? I'm just a bad person, honestly. It's like, oh, I'm going to copy that because I'm copying this to multiple social media accounts. I can't wait to various people I know respond to it.
Am I drunk, or can I not find the fucking, like, attach icon anywhere?
I can't see the attach icon anywhere there.
Just
what social media is that on?
It's just text. It's literally
just texting to Jace.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, okay. I'm gonna say select all and copy that,
Mm-hmm.
and then delete it,
Okay.
and then just do the attachment.
Okay.
What message is here?
Okay. Yep. Got it.
Yeah, Buster the House is going. His response to me saying I have gigabytes of video. They're just photos. I'll send you some tomorrow.
Oh, so he's online at the moment?
Uh,
Was this previously?
I don't know how long ago that was. My brain's not working.
Fair
I
enough.
sent.
So it's a day ending in Y then?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I sent him a message at 10 o'clock,
That was a dig at him.
and he replied sometime between 10 o'clock and now.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do this on the Facebook.
Cool. Done.
I've put it on Twitter and Facebook so far.
my B-Day remote.
Yeah, and it's kind of like people who think they've experienced enough weirdness from there. Oh no, he's online now.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm absolutely fucking sending it to him now.
I've sent it to him.
I said so. Boss of the House is being bombarded. Me and Abigail are both sending you pictures of the B-Day remote with AIDS mode on it, saying, "Come on, you coward!" I'm about to say, I'll try and message him again. You have been blocked by. Oh my god, Jesus! Strictly Sega, thank you. You are heading off. Thank you for hanging out, Bree.
See ya, Strictly Sega.
Oh, but yeah, Boss of the House just got both me and Abigail barraging with AIDS mode. Come on, you coward! Come here and experience AIDS mode. Jesus fucking Christ, we're awful people. Oh my god! If this was on a laptop, okay. How bad is this idea? I could probably connect to the stream by my mobile and allow myself in there and have a live reaction to AIDS mode.
Yes.
Okay, I need to have a couple more drinks. I need to have a couple more drinks before I think that's a good idea.
Yes.
Oh my god. Because I could do that. I could connect via my phone to be another person on here, and I could go on and you could see me react to AIDS mode live.
Yes.
And it would ostensibly be completely acceptable on the various streaming services that's going on.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be my face going, ah!
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm back now. Yeah.
Yes.
Bring
Just
me a drink.
Megaleech says, "Don't drop the phone in shock. No promise. No promises. No promises."
Look, if you're not going to eat those cookies, there is
Which
another
cookies?
pack.
That's all gone, isn't it?
The cookies.
Oh, right. I'm not going to eat. Yeah, you have one of them.
Okay.
I have one of them. They're very yummy. I seriously, I just spend a time looking at the empty thinking, oh, they're all gone.
No.
I'm so easily confused. Going and vegan. Gonna have a cookie, and then I'll pour a drink, and then I might try and work out how to connect my phone to the stream.
Mm-hmm. You may have to, or you could just like log on to YouTube.
No, it should be easy. I go onto YouTube, and then I'll post the link here, and I should be able to click on it and connect.
Mm-hmm. And I'll have to.
Put me on.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I just need a couple more drinks.
I've done it sober.
I mean,
Just saying.
I would do it sober, but not necessarily on a stream sober. Well,
Fair enough. So good.
they're very good. Yummy cookies. All right.
Have we had anyone else pop in?
I don't know. There's
I don't think so.
10 people on now.
Over there. Yep, 11 now.
Yeah. What platforms are they on?
Oh, we got someone on.
There's
Twitch.
a decent spread. They're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. All right. I feel like I haven't seen a Twitch comment for a while, so I don't know who's on Twitch, but right, I need something salty after eating all that sweetness. Not the first. No, I have actually done more than one video sitting on a toilet.
Yeah.
That is a true thing.
But did you have your pants down during that?
Who knows?
I think. Oh, yeah, just
Neighbours.
no. The security guards.
Okay.
Just doing a
patrol.
patrol.
I've actually recorded a video. I haven't uploaded it to my cocktail channel yet. I was doing a clarified cocktail, and I recorded the setup thing, and it took fucking hours to clarify. So I didn't do the second half of the tasting it till another day, and it was the day when it was like 37, 38 Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing the video like, okay, the reason I'm wearing a different shirt now, it's a whole different day. It took a while to do it, and it's like over 100 Fahrenheit now. So
yeah.
this is a pants-free video. I'm just saying. This is why I only shoot from here up.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I just wanted that mental image in your head. Good luck getting rid of it.
Yep.
So I'll upload that in the next couple of days on my cocktail channel. Just like,
yeah, that was the 37-degree day. I remember because I just came home and because I had to go out I had to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 37 degrees Celsius in American money.
Yeah, American money. Yeah,
that's still,
in freedom units. That's 100.
In freedom units, that's 100.
We I don't know if we have Chris or any of our freedom people.
Any of our freedom correspondents could tell you that's a lot of freedom.
100 Fahrenheit is a lot of fucking freedom.
Anyway, and not only that, but I had to do something outside that was kind of like hardcore. Like, I wouldn't say traumatic, but it brought up trauma. And
and full on?
Yeah, it was pretty full on. It was hard to do. So
I'm doing the invite thing.
Okay.
Sorry,
I don't know how to do that.
No, you just do that. Copy.
AG has handed file. Yes, true.
Oh no. Again, we are literally just trying to embrace the AIDSiness.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Oh no.
Picture this. Oh yeah, you've got to turn your volume down, dude.
Why is what the fuck?
Your phone volume.
My phone is just being stupid. Anyway, so if I tap that, I'm tapping that shit.
Anyway, so picture this. I just come out of 3.5 hours of heavy ass fucking traumatic shit. Like, just, it wasn't traumatic. It was just brought up a lot of shit. But it was hard. Into 37 degrees. And I'm kind of just not in shock, but I'm just kind of stunned. And all I can do is walk. That's all I could do. And I ring Will and just say, I'm on my way home, but all I can do is walk. I'm just going to walk around the city because I was just walking around. I was on Spencer Street.
Mhm.
I was on the corner of Spencer and Latrobe, if that means anything to anyone. There is
Melbourne people.
there is a building there that if you're there, you know why you're there. Basically. And so all I just needed to walk, and it's 37 degrees, but I couldn't feel the heat because I was just kind of stunned a bit. And eventually I bought some food and came home, and it was so fucking hot. And this apartment, see these walls? These walls are concrete, reinforced fucking concrete. And after a heat wave, it's a sauna in here. So it's 37 degrees outside, it's 40 degrees inside. And I just say to Will, here's your food, here's your sushi, because I bought sushi. I'm taking my pants off now and sitting over there near the window. Make of that what you will. And he was like, yep, okay. And I did, because it was a no pants day.
No pants day is good. Okay, for some reason, this shit is not working for
Are
me.
you on my Wi-Fi? Oh, the fucking phone reception in here is really shit.
Yeah.
So let me hook you up on the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Because otherwise you will not get a signal in here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not on the Wi-Fi, that's why.
All right.
Here, give me a phone.
I was about to say, we're at an impasse where I'm too drunk to know what to do.
Is this an iPhone? Oh, it's a fucking iPhone, isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, okay, look, no.
Where is the
Just
settings?
calm.
Where are the Wi-Fi settings?
Calm. Settings.
Fucking...
Wi-Fi. Which one's the right Wi-Fi?
Okay, so boss of the house said it's going into the collage. Mission accomplished.
So the enema control is easy mode is going into the funeral collage.
Excellent.
We rock.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
On a real phone, you can just swipe down and there's a settings button.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck it's... I don't know.
But someone has to have an iPhone because it's got a good camera.
That is literally why I have it, actually.
It is a very exceptional camera setup.
And it was the iPhone 3 was the first one with a good camera.
Done.
We're done?
You are now connected to Starfleet Command.
Nice.
It's the name of my Wi-Fi network.
I'm going to try again. Okay, so YouTube.
He said, I'm scared but curious to try it.
Tell him to watch the fucking stream. I'm about to try it. Entering the studio. Whoa, allow mic cam access. Yes, allow it. Allow. Oh, fucking hell. I'm on my phone. Why am I not on there? Enter the studio.
Yeah, you gotta click a name and shit.
Phone. Enter the studio. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey.
Oh, echo.
Oh, we got Angryception.
All
okay.
Right. I'm going over here. Here I am. All
okay. Right. Whoa.
I'm going in here. Okay.
All right. Just wait a sec.
All right.
Because boss of the house wants to watch.
It will look. It'll take me a minute. Let me know when he's on.
You put the phone up and
prepare I didn't have the remote. I don't have the remote.
Oh, you don't have the remote. I have the remote. So I can control your experience.
Oh, give it to me, please. Oh my God. Okay.
I am going to do that to someone one day.
All right.
Okay, so boss of the house is gonna jump on the stream.
All right, this will take a bit. So, it's a
Hello,
weird thing I've
Swan.
just set up.
Hello,
Swan.
Abigail.
Oh, Swan, you've joined to see this. Okay. All right, I got it. Look, for reasons that are too complicated to explain, I have to take my shirt off. I'm wearing braces. I have to take them off.
Yeah, that will require some explanation.
Look, okay, it's just I'm wearing braces under my shirt.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole thing. But I've got a thing going on. Okay, so we are staying comparatively YouTube safe. This is just going to be innuendo. Up to this point, no one's actually going to see. You're just going to see my reaction. Okay, so now
so it will be YouTube safe.
Relatively YouTube safe.
Totally YouTube safe.
Yeah. Totally YouTube. So I'm just sitting down now. Here's a button that says AIDSy mode. I know. I push it. Nothing's happening yet.
You got it.
Oh, I think I can hear water though. It's like it's. I feel like it's building up. I don't know if I've done the. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
It gets right up in there.
It's getting right up in there.
I've been to Japan before.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Megaleech, stay on target. Stay on target.
Is this where you go do this? Oh yeah, that's a bit better. There you go. Oh, that's getting right up there. Sorry.
So
wow, how long does this go on?
So for anyone who's just joined us, right now, Angry is having water shot directly up his butthole.
So far up my butthole.
Let's just call it a evacuation of his crevice.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Let's put it that way.
Oh my word.
A polite way of doing
Wowzers. Okay. Oh my God. How long does this keep going for? Oh my God.
A minute or two.
Oh good God.
You can press stop, but then you miss out on the drying cycle.
Stop is for quitters. Sorry. Good. Oh my God. Oh, it's warming up a little bit, I think. I don't know.
No, that's just you.
That's just me. I'm warming up.
That's as blood is rushing to the area.
Yeah, blood is rushing to my butt. Oh, it's hot. Oh God.
Micro, what you've walked into is that Angry is experiencing AIDSy mode on my bidet. And AIDSy mode is basically enema mode, where it just shoots high pressure water up your butthole.
Oh my God. Okay. I need to get out of here somehow. How do I leave?
I do not.
So you've got a bidet.
I have a bidet. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's great. I recommend.
I want one of those, but
it's good. I love it. I can hear him in there. He's going to be walking bow-legged.
Oh my fucking God. It's just like worst thing to give a drop on a fucking boomer. Just a bidet. Like they do not know how to experience that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was certainly unexpected.
Oh well.
Unfortunately, Micro, we didn't see any detail. Just the reaction.
Oh my god!
And he's coming back.
Oh.
I'll let you have the comfy
All right,
chair.
Jesus Christ! Oh my god, AT mode is a whole fucking thing. Is all I'm saying. Oh,
I did tell you.
you did. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh well, at least you didn't get chili oil sprayed up your asshole.
No, that's the thing you do after the chili oil. Oh my god, I'm so clean. I am so clean at the moment. My god. Woof. Okay.
Woof woof.
Yeah. Okay, AZ would be proud that I did that. I took that one for the team.
Yeah.
God damn. Okay.
That's awesome. I need to buy that.
It's only a little spray of water, but
it's high pressure.
it's the little spray that could. Honestly, it's like I think I can.
Yep.
I can get right up there. Oh my god. Jesus.
It's certainly cleansing.
It is cleansing. It is very cleansing. Again, if we had a time machine and you went back to my early days in YouTube, and one day you are going to sit on a B-day and get an enema strength flush up your butthole live on YouTube, I'd go, no, I'm not. That's not a thing I would do. But I did it. So
Little did he know.
Live on YouTube.
Voiceover. Little did he know
yes,
that he would.
yes. Yes, narrator goes, he's very naive. Yes. Good Lord.
Angry Ozzy was naive in those days.
Yes.
A
He never
suppository
knew.
of knowledge from.
Yes, that was the suppository of knowledge just then. Holy God. I was like,
Is it well named?
oh
AZ
yeah,
mode?
it's absolutely AZ mode. Because it was really funny. I'm sitting there and I think, is it working? I think it's water's starting. I can hear water. I think it's. Oh, okay.
All right.
You'll be
Oh.
happy to know
Yeah.
the boss of the house got in on and
Got in
watched
on it?
the stream
Nice.
just in time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's our little tribute. I got an AZ mode. God damn.
AZ would be proud.
Oh no, he would. He would
Yeah.
be like, "Why didn't you do that sooner, bitch?"
280. Well,
I'm gonna pour myself another drink. I was
Cheers,
gonna have,
guys.
Yeah, cheers, man.
cheers.
I was going to have several drinks before doing that. I think I just need a drink after doing
Yeah. Well, there you go.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For Tony Abbott.
My God. Okay. Again, Mrs. Angry's going to why are you so keen on getting a B-day? Look, just trust me. Just trust me.
Luckily, there is no front AD mode.
No, okay.
There is no front AD mode. There is a front mode
Yeah,
for the ladies,
but it's a bit more
but
delicate.
it's much more delicate.
Okay.
Luckily,
Because AD mode's not fucking
AD
about.
AD mode is not for the faint of heart.
It's not fucking about.
No,
I'm just saying.
it does not
No.
mess around with your mess.
Yeah. I'm so
Um,
clean. So clean.
Yeah.
I should just go down the street now and say, seriously, someone should go down on my ass at the moment. It's very clean.
It is very clean. Yes.
And this is the sort of neighborhood where people would go, okay.
I have the cleanest butthole. Prove me
Yeah.
wrong.
I want to go down to that.
And you just pull your pants down and just go, hey, how clean is my arsehole?
No, I want to do it. I want to do it.
Go down to the 7-Eleven.
Oh,
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I swear to God, it was a long time ago. How long ago was it?
It was Halloween last year.
Halloween last year. We went down and we were well out of it. We said, yeah, let's go down to the 7-Eleven.
Mhm.
And there were a bunch of interesting people there. The funniest ones was the young lads who all look the same.
Yeah.
They had the same haircut.
White dudes wearing sports blazers
Yeah.
and shirts.
And Abigail and Nettie instantly said, I think they're slightly dangerous. I went, I've got to make friends with them.
Yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck?
And me super out of it said, my reaction to these guys, yeah, I think they're kind of dangerous guys. which means I need to be their friend.
You
And I'm
could've
just going over to these young guys who are like, I don't know, 30 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And just putting my arms around them going, how you going, fellas? And they're like, fine.
Yeah.
I didn't even bring attention to it. You know you've all got the same haircut, right?
God, jeez. I did not know that part.
But they did.
Yeah, we're doing
that.
that
If you've ever seen a
casually.
montage of white dudes who all look the same,
Yes.
this was that in real life.
Yeah. There were 6 of them, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm getting tripped out that they've all got the same haircut and they've got very close to the same clothes. I
Mhm.
think they're weirdly dangerous. I need to be their friend. And Abigail and Nettie are going, no, that's the last thing you need. And I
Yeah.
go, trust me, I'm going to be their friend. And I'm going over, putting my arms around these guys, and I did disarm them to the extent that I said, who's this guy? He's weird.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And it calmed them right down.
Not that they were like in our faces at all.
No, but I just assumed they were going
there
to
was
be.
a vibe.
Yeah.
There was just a pack vibe. And
They were just these weird suburban boys, and I didn't trust them.
yeah.
Yeah, so recently there was a boxing club.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, it was in the northwest or something.
Yeah, and
that
they were
was just full of
Nazis.
Nazis. Yeah,
Yes.
and I remember that my psychologist was like, because I was motivated to get into boxing and that sort of stuff, and I was telling him about it, and he said, "Yeah, don't get into boxing. They're a bunch of nasty assholes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
s- stick with
Yep.
karate or something like that."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and he was a martial artist himself. He got into, karate and that sort of stuff, and I was just like, oh, why did he say that I shouldn't get into boxing? And then, yeah, when I
Because it's
saw
full of
that news
Nazis, yeah.
article, yeah, they're full
Yeah.
of Nazis.
Yeah, I follow a couple of anti-fash people who do a lot of research for that thing, and they go, "Oh yeah, this suburban gym is just promoting Nazism."
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay. And Redfoot, hello. By the way, I think we've been making Redfoot have an El
Oh,
Mayo.
okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That was the white guys.
I do think they
But-
kind of remembered it. Also,
But,
in
An
Minecraft,
FYI,
yeah,
like most boxing in Australia,
yeah,
same sort of shit.
yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Oddly specific sport to get into.
It is, yeah, no, but it's the
Yeah.
martial thing. It's this weird.
Okay.
I'm a soldier. It's
Okay.
weird, fucked up shit. Also, another thing that happened that night at the fucking 7-Eleven, there was a couple. There was a hit couple, a guy,
Yeah.
and the guy's going like, and because I'm obviously old, and the guy's going like, "Oh, I heard you were in Minecraft. You were on mushrooms," and I was going, "The fuck told you that?" Points at Nettie. She told me that. And I went, "Well, I don't know why she's saying things like that to strangers." But yes, I think it was us with our coloured hair and stuff.
Yeah.
This young guy going, "Man, someone over 25 is doing wild shit."
I just happened to be wearing a dress that had mushrooms all over it. Like literally.
You have a mushroom dress.
I have a mushroom
yeah.
dress. So obviously I was the one who procured said mushrooms in Minecraft.
In Minecraft. But it
Apparently.
was so funny when this young dude who's there with his girlfriend said, "Oh dude, I heard you on mushrooms." I was like, "The fuck told you that?"
The fuck? We're just at 7-Eleven getting a sandwich.
Points at Nettie, she said that. I'm like, I don't know why
But
she
then
said
we
that.
like hung out in 7-Eleven for like 20 minutes having a chat.
Yeah, also because a whole bunch of people went in, and the poor dudes who worked the 7-Eleven were a bit overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and we were being their pals. The guys behind the counter saying, "Dude, what's it like? Fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah.
How much does this suck?"
It's got to be like equal parts sucky and entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are behind a barricade, so if stuff gets really bad, they can just like, I'm pushing a button here, which like
And
seals me off and locks
yeah,
the doors.
and they lock the doors like just because.
Yeah.
And unlock it when they need to.
Yeah, and because we went in there and it was pretty quiet, and then those weird guys who all fucking look the same came
Mhm.
in, What's Redfoot saying? No, that's literally what I did, man. I was going like and it wasn't just talking. I was putting my arms around them and going, "Let's be pals."
Yeah.
And they were like, I was disarming them, and Abigail and Nettie, who were going, "The fuck are you doing?" No, trust me, they're my friends now. And
it strangely worked.
it did. Also, we were walking down the street, and I was saying extremely loudly, "Nobody worry, there's a cishet white man here. Everything's under control." And Nettie and Abigail were just laughing, and I couldn't stop saying it. I was just sounding this alert the whole time. Everything's fine. There's a cishet white man. Nobody panic.
Oh, well, it worked.
It actually did. It actually did. And that time we went into the city after.
God, yeah.
I was going, "Oh, let's go into the city and get a drink." And we went to the tram, and there was a dude, and Abigail's perfectly reasonable response was, "Stay away from that dude." And I went, "No, let's be friends." And because he somehow was near us, and I thought, "No, he has to be our friend, or he's dangerous."
Yeah.
And,
at the tram stop.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, we're going into the city. Are you going to be our friend?" And Abigail's going, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "No, he's going to be our friend."
And he fucking followed us.
He followed, but we lost him.
You invited him.
I did invite him because to me that's safer than not. Because
but we lost him because he.
So Angry's response is basically what I do.
Yeah,
which
be
is
friends.
Make friends with people.
To what is
any
safe.
what any sensible woman would do.
Yeah,
I do the opposite.
Yep.
And because I'm kind of like, if I'm not friends with this guy, he might punch me. So I need to be friends with him. And any sensible woman's going, "No, we just want nothing to do with him." And I'm like, "No, let's be friends." And Abigail's like, "The fuck are you making this?" But we did lose him.
We did, yeah. Well, we were walking up Swanson Street, and he got distracted by some dude sitting on the side of the footpath.
And he was just
we just kept walking.
We just kept walking.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Gin Palace.
Gin Palace.
And I had one drink, which was exceptional. And then I lost consciousness.
Oh, God.
But I did order another drink. Even though I don't remember
lost
anything that happened after the first drink, I did order a second drink.
You're so messy.
Which was super embarrassing. I remember bits and pieces of it. And particularly we were looking at another couple over there and going, "I don't think they like us."
Do you remember the part where I was like, there was one of the wait staff was an exceptionally beautiful woman, and I was just quietly just like, "God, she's pretty good looking."
I think I said something.
And then you, in the height, with the height of just like tact and subtlety, got her attention and said, "She's eyeing you up. She thinks you're really hot." And I'm just sitting here dying of embarrassment and just like, "I'm so sorry." And we never saw her again.
Short answer,
she never wanted to see us again.
Short answer, never go out with me.
While he's drunk.
Yeah, but also the people, they were super good. They did give me a second drink, which I don't remember drinking, but I was kind of only semi-conscious after that. Yeah. And Dr. Abigail was going, "Can we have some water?" And they were, "Yeah, you should have water.
Yeah.
You should have water."
They cut us off at the same time as I requested them to cut us off.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a mutual cutting off and water delivery. And when I bought some food, and they were like, "Yes, absolutely. That's a really good idea." And some water. Yeah. Yes.
So they're just wonderful people. I cannot recommend the Gin Palace.
Because you literally fell over onto a couch.
Yeah, but it was very comfortable.
It was.
It was a nice place to land.
No one on that couch. If there were people on that couch,
that could have been a scene.
You would have fallen on them.
That could have been.
It was an uncontrolled fall.
Should we do it tonight? Because I'm relatively sober.
Gin Palace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Let's get on a tram. Let's do it. Okay. But okay, so this is the last alcohol I'm going to drink on the stream.
I've finished mine.
Yeah. Because I don't want to be absolutely arsehole when we go to the Gin Palace
Sure.
because they are
I'm
friggin'
going
awesome.
to keep
And
drinking
they have
this.
an exceptional brie.
Oh my god, the food there is so good.
The brie.
The drinks
is-
are exceptional, but the
the
food's
food
just great.
is the food. The brie is ambrosia of
Yeah.
the gods. It
Yeah.
is just
The
so
I
brie-
went there at that embarrassing thing where we went there and I was unconscious for a part of it.
Mm.
But I know it was a few months later, my sister and her husband visited from Dubbo, and we had dinner at a place called Trinket Bar, which is very nice.
Mhm.
And then I was like, let's move on. There's a place that's just up the road, Gin Palace. It's one of the best places in Melbourne. And we just sat down. We had a couple of drinks. We had some more snacks. I was conscious the entire time. Because this is the thing. The second drink I ordered was a martini.
Yes.
And a place that specializes in gin is going to make a kick-ass martini. And I was like, when I woke up the next day and realized what happened, I go, I don't even remember the martini.
It was
That's
an exceptional
bullshit.
martini.
That's bullshit. And so the next time I went there with my sister and her husband and Mrs. Angry got a dirty martini. She
Mhm.
likes the dirty martini. I got a dry one. And we were just swapping. Just swapping between a dry martini and a dirty martini. Oh, they know their shit at the Gin Palace is all I know.
Wow. If you're gonna call your establishment the Gin Palace,
Yeah.
you gotta.
And because it's
respect-
named after a place in very sort of dirty Melbourne history.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
Melbourne was a filthy, dirty town in
Yeah.
the 1800s. Oh! Maybe we could even go... I don't know. We okay, so what's the time now?
It's almost midnight.
It's midnight. We might finish this.
Finish that. Yeah. I need to brush my teeth.
You gotta
because
brush your teeth.
After those cookies, I'm
Yeah, it's a bit
very-
weird. But-
Yeah.
Okay, so we might sign off the stream soon. Then we're going to go in. There is a really nice place that only opened this year. It's called the Caretaker's Cottage.
Okay.
Really nice little place. It's one of those old places on Little Lonsdale Street where they've preserved
Okay.
the old buildings.
Sure.
One time I've been there, it was very good. Anyway,
Okay.
so okay. Dr. Abigail and I are off to have adventures sometime soon, but we're going to be responsible. Oh wow! Oh, you did that.
I did that. Yeah.
Small kangaroo. Oh, dude, Micro, if you ever make it to Melbourne, we will absolutely be going out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There are a bunch of gay bars near me
yeah,
that are just banging. They're
Yeah.
just so cool to hang out and
Yeah.
dance and just yeah.
there is literally something for everyone. So we're going to do it.
Places in the city that just are just top notch.
A chill and extremely high quality.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't know that we want to do it because actually, there's a tiki bar I know in the city which is fun, has nice drink. We've been there.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
It's exceptionally loud.
I don't know that either of us want to be in a very loud place.
Yeah,
tonight.
I can't do loud.
No. We'll either go to Gin Palace or Kirsten hasn't been to Caretaker's Cottage, and she's very jealous.
Okay.
So we could go there,
Sure.
and that would entice Kirsten to come to Melbourne and go
Okay.
out to Caretaker's Cottage with
I'm
us.
always up to enticing
Yeah.
Kirsten.
I know, right?
Full stop.
Full stop. That sounded sexual.
It was an innuendo.
It was possibly even a single
It
entendre.
was indeed a single.
Sorry,
Okay.
you go.
Oh,
I was just going to go.
I
What's
was about to do exactly the same
yeah?
thing.
What's Redfoot saying? 8 a.m. You've been up since 5, dude.
Oh.
Are you insomniac or again? People in
Where is it 8 a.m.?
somewhere in
Oh.
the northern hemisphere.
The northern and southern hemispheres are in the same time zone.
I know that yes. I know I'm the yeah. It's kind of as I said that I was going. There are bits of the northern.
Yeah,
northern-
yeah.
Redfoot's somewhere in North America, I think.
Well, hang on. 8 a.m. Yeah, that'd be America.
Yeah. Micro. You're New York State. I know, Micro.
Yes. Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts.
My best
Okay.
friend is from Massachusetts. You know Haley? She was here for one of my birthday streams.
Yes,
She's
yes,
from
yes, yes,
Massachusetts.
yes. Okay, so Redfoot, you and your mum have
Oh,
insomnia.
Yay, insomnia.
It's always fun with my various friends from North America who join the streams. They go, okay, are you staying up late or are you an insomniac?
Yeah.
You've like been out and it's very, or you just can't sleep. So it's one of the two.
Have you heard the one about the insomniac, agnostic, dyslexic person?
No.
They stay up all night thinking about dog.
Sorry, you got a snort laugh out of me for that one. Oh, good God.
Hey, do you like this T-shirt that I
What's it?
managed to get from?
I have
Stevens?
standards.
I have standards.
Standards. Yeah.
And
But
on
is
the
it-
back,
is
it says Internet Explorer.
Oh God, no! No!
Internet Explorer 9.
Oh God! Oh, what?
Oh my God! Oh dude!
What?
Oh my God! That's so
No.
funny. He's showing us the back now.
Yeah, okay. I can
Oh
barely
no,
see.
we can't see.
You have to like.
We're taking your
really-
word for it.
Yeah, because it's on the like hunch of your back.
That's all good. We believe you. Oh God, standards. IE standards. Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Oh, my
Every
God.
IT person just like
died.
yeah.
Died
I felt
inside.
that through the force.
Yes. It was as if I heard a million voices crying out.
yeah, yeah.
And I managed to get this T-shirt from Savers as well.
Oh,
No,
Wow.
oh, you got it
Nice.
from Savers.
Yeah.
Nice,
yeah.
nice,
Nice.
Oh, Richard, are you actually in East Coast USA? I didn't realize. Okay, for some reason I thought you were in Australia. Okay, all right. Well, that's all good. That's all good. Zvan, I know you've told us before. What Australian city are you in?
Melbourne.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
I've
I'm
actually
just saying,
seen you
dude.
walk down Collins Street before, and I was just
I'm just saying, dude.
Nice.
If you want to get into CBD,
and you had purple hair at the time,
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
don't.
and I was just like, oh, that's Aussie.
yeah.
If are you
If-
able to get into the CBD in like the next
half
an
hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
No, he's just going. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
no.
nah. Yeah, no. It's a solid Aussie no when it's
Yeah,
nah.
nah. Oh my God, I love explaining that to Americans. I love explaining nah, yeah, and yeah, nah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's
nah,
so-
yeah, nah.
yeah, yeah, nah, no, yeah, nah.
Mhm.
And it's I love explaining that to and Americans just look at you
Like
"Wha-
so confused.
what?
Yeah.
No,
Because there's yeah
yeah,
and there's nah.
Nah.
And
Uh,
there's yeah,
yeah,
nah.
nah,
And there's nah, yeah.
and just like and trying to explain the subtleties, and they're just like, the fuck are you talking about?
But there is logic behind that.
no, it all makes
yeah,
perfect
because-
sense.
Because when you say nah, it's like just no.
Just no.
But if you're like, yeah, nah,
Yeah.
you've thought about it.
Yeah, nah
You-
is thinking.
Yes.
I've taken it all into account,
Yeah.
and nah,
Yeah, nah.
and
Yeah.
nah, yeah. It's like
That's
no,
it's a more solid no
Yeah,
than
yeah.
nah.
and nah, yeah is nah is. I appreciate an enormous number of people would say no to this,
Yep.
but I'm saying yes.
Yep.
And it's like, and I love trying to explain that to Americans, and they just look at you like you're insane.
Yeah. You just
So-
say, "Oh, I'm
so-
an Australian."
Angry. I saw you with your pink hair at the time, and I was just
Yeah.
like, I wasn't gonna bother with interacting with you, but I saw the fact that you had your sort of necklace of corporate sort of
I had my corporate tag on around my neck.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I was just like, no, I'll just
But-
let you walk on.
For fucking real, dude. Like I'm on leave at the moment for another week after this
Ooh.
week.
Cool.
If you ever want to come into the city and have lunch, I'm banging up for it, man. So I don't know where you work or what you do or whatnot, but if you ever want to do a lunch or an after work thing, let's fucking do it, man. Or not. No pressure.
And I want to point out this: wicked can have a few meanings, and I like the wicked that you use here, like wicked cool, like
Yeah.
like I like that. It's a bit British.
Yeah. I
British.
like the thing because there's the old Shakespearean line of something wicked this way comes. But in modern parlance, if you say something well wicked this way comes,
Yeah.
it
It
virtually
change- it-
means the opposite of what
It
Shakespeare
changes
meant.
the meaning completely. Yeah.
Well wicked is positive.
Yeah. It's like raver culture, like invented the term "something is the shit,"
Yes.
and it meant it was awesome.
Yes. It's something can be shit, that's bad. Something
Yeah.
is the shit,
Yeah.
that's good.
This is the shit.
And
Yeah.
again, trying to explain, and I was joking before about explaining things to Americans, but explaining things to non-English speakers,
Oh
they-
God, yeah.
they just go, "Shut the fuck up! What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
And
Why?"
I think there's got to be that in every language.
Yes, and I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
I remember hearing someone say, someone who was raised in two languages. Okay,
Yeah.
so she, it was a YouTube video, and she's of European descent. Her parents were British, but she was born in Japan, raised in Japan.
God damn.
Considers herself Japanese.
Yes.
Went to a Japanese school.
Yes.
Spoke fluent Japanese.
Culture. Yes.
But spoke English at home.
Yes.
So she has a solid British accent when
Yes.
she speaks English.
Yes.
But because she watched Japanese TV
Yes.
and read Japanese and went to
Yeah.
a Japanese school and everything about her is Japanese.
Yeah.
And so when she talks Japanese, you see her like talking like we do.
Yeah.
But when she flips to English, it
Yeah.
sounds so formal.
Yes.
And she said that she doesn't feel like her personality fully comes through because she doesn't have all those nuances and all the same slang and nuance and emotion that a fluent speaker who's done it all their life will learn.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so sometime in the future, probably not next year, maybe the year after, some post-COVID thing. Both my offspring, being Zoomers, they're early mid-20s.
Zoomers, okay.
Yeah, they're Gen Z. They're early mid-20s Zoomers.
Yeah.
They love East Asian culture. They're into J-pop and K-pop, Japanese pop. They've both learned Japanese as language. Young Miss Angry just graduated from uni in linguistics with an honors in Japanese. She's extremely fluent. Young Mr. Angry is pretty fluent. At some point, I'm doing a holiday to Japan, and I'll just be saying to them, "I'll pay for your trip. You're my fucking translators."
Yeah,
awesome. We are going up back streets to find these secret local bars.
Yeah,
and you are going to talk to the dudes, and you are going to get me just special fucking local treatment. Because the two of you can talk to them. I'll pay for the trip and the accommodation, and you are my fucking translators.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, Young Miss Angry in particular is super fucking fluent in Japanese.
Yeah.
She's just finished. She's taking up some weird transcription jobs just to make some money.
Yep.
And it's like the fucking world is open to you. The number of companies that would want a fluent Japanese speaker. You could work for the government in foreign affairs.
Fucking the UN.
Yeah, you could go work in the UN.
Yeah.
But she'll explore the world in the next year or so. But definitely at some point in the next year or two, I'm doing a Japanese trip, and I say, I will pay for your trip, but you're my translators. You are going to pave the way for me because the two of you are quite fluent.
Yep.
And
damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. No. Young Miss Angry in particular is exceptional. She's besides doing stuff at uni, she's been paying extra to do private Japanese tuition. She is
because there's a huge difference between learning a language at uni academically
Yes.
and learning a language for use.
Yes.
Like it's a world of
Yeah.
difference.
And uni has
Yep.
been the academic study that she's been doing of linguistics generally
Yep.
and Japanese specifically. And she has been going to a private tuition thing with a Japanese guy
Yep.
who's a speaker. She is super fluent. And
Awesome.
it is trippy as fuck sometimes. I'll hear her in a room. Hearing my offspring in their room is one of two things. They're either online gaming where they're screaming at someone, "You fucking suck! What are you fucking doing?" Again, hearing my rather demure, diminutive daughter screaming,
Yeah.
"Oh, you fucking suck! What are you doing?"
With Fridge Ninja.
Yeah.
She-
Fridge
yeah,
Ninja.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when she's actually doing her Japanese tuition, and she is just fluently conversing in Japanese, in
yeah.
just colloquial Japanese. And I was like, yeah, you want to go to Japan? I will actually pay for the trip
That's awesome.
because you're going to be my goddamn translator.
Yeah.
And I will just, I can be the stupid buffoon.
Gomenasso!
I can be the stupid buffoon Westerner,
Yeah.
and you can translate everything. And you can even shit talk me. You can talk to them and go, yeah, that's my dad. He's dumb as fuck. And
Got a giant head.
yeah, huge head. Just fucking, yeah.
Chanima.
Let's point at his head for a while. And okay, now give him a nice whiskey drink. And,
Yep.
and he'll be happy. We can all point at his head and laugh.
Yep.
And he'll be happy if we give him a nice whiskey
Old
drink.
fashioned.
Yeah. Whiskey highball. There we go. And it'll be great. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'm going to exploit the fuck out of the fact that I have offspring who are really quite fluent in Japanese.
That's awesome.
It's
Well, if you ever go to Middle Earth, I will.
no. Abigail will be my translator for the elves.
Yep. I'm learning
And-
like
And
Olive
that's pretty
and
amazing. To be honest, like my first boss at the current bank that I work with, yeah, he lived in Japan for like 10 years, got married, had a few children, and yeah, he moved back into Australia, still working in banking, and yeah, I had to chip a few, what do you call them? Sharp corners off his shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chip or two
In
off
terms
his
of-
shoulders. Yep.
In terms of how he interacts with his team and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So. But
Yep.
it's really interesting to hear his stories, because he originally worked for IBM
Okay.
Nice.
in
I
Japan.
can't wait
Yeah.
for young Miss Angry
Yeah.
to go to Japan and catch public transport.
Ooh,
Because
yeah.
you know what'll happen.
Yeah, because people will talk shit and
Talk
they think
shit
she
about
won't
the
understand.
foreigner. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. And then
Yes.
she'll turn around and say, actually,
I
blah, blah,
understood
blah, blah,
everyone,
blah.
and because that's the
In
whole face thing,
yeah.
and because they are absolutely. If Japanese people talk shit about you and you don't understand, they have the upper hand. But if
Mhm.
they talk shit about you and you turn to them, I heard every word you said.
Yeah.
They lose face so
Yeah,
badly.
it's such a
So very
polite
quickly,
society.
yeah.
It's a politeness is such
Yeah.
an underpinning of their society.
Yeah. So I think it was. So Lee, do you know Quebecoi? Because I have a YouTube friend who had the username Petit Wallaby. She actually sent me a couple of T-shirts that had Quebecoi slang on them. They're not. It's not French. Like if you look at, if you try and translate it as French, it doesn't work. It's Quebecoi slang. One of them was "shut the fuck up," and
Nice.
the other one it was another sweary thing. And I have them, and I wore them on a few videos back in the day. And people from Quebec were commenting, "Holy fuck! Where did you get that shirt?" Because no one outside Quebec knows what that means. Because it's not French.
Yeah.
It's Quebecois slang, and it was
Nice.
like, and because my friend Petit Wallaby found them for me, and I've still got them. at Ross.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool. All right, what's the time?
It's
12:15.
12:15.
Okay, so Zvan, dude, open invitation if you ever want to come in, whether it's for lunch or in the evening or stuff. We'll do a thing in Melbourne.
Are you on Discord?
Yep.
Did you get my Discord from the other night?
No.
I think you.
been
Aren't
in
you I
your
thought you
Discord
were
for
on
a
my
while.
Discord.
You should jump on the angry Discord.
I'll put it, dude. I'll put it another time. It's a whole.
No, I'm
thing.
already in it.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. I'm too drunk to give it to you now.
Yeah.
But on another stream, semi-regularly, I put the invite to my Discord or whatever. Dude, you know me on Twitter or Facebook or fucking whatever. If you're
Yeah,
ever
I'll
going to be,
just hate you on on Twitter.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, just send me some fucking hate mail. Anytime you're up for whether it's lunch or in the evening or so, we'll fucking do a thing. Because I would fucking love to hang out with you. But we're going to end this stream now, which is actually super circumspect for a Friday night. But we are kind of relatively. We're a little
I'm
bit
toasted.
Yeah, we're toasted. We're toasted but
I'm pretty
coherent.
I'm toasted.
Yeah, no, we're going to find somewhere in the city to have one, maybe two drinks.
Maybe two. But I'm
one.
also thinking food as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some shit. Johnny,
Right.
sorry, Johnny, I think Johnny wants to say hi before we go. Okay, Johnny's been possessed by Satan himself.
Yeah.
That was disturbing. That was very disturbing.
We should play that backwards and see if it means anything.
I think so. Johnny was possessed by Satan himself.
Hello, Johnny.
Yes.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna say good night. We have decided we are going to go out and venture and shit.
Venture into the CBD, which is like just over there.
It's just over there.
One suburb
it's
over
a
that
short
way.
trip. We're going to do a short trip. We're going to do a short trip, and we're
While
going
I'm
to.
still here in Fitzroy,
I know, right?
Take advantage of it. Yeah.
All right. So okay.
Sorry, I like to do voice
in
acting
AZ mode.
every now and then.
Johnny's in AZ mode. I think that was
Yeah.
literally what was happening with Johnny.
Yeah.
He was in AZ mode. Okay, I am going to do a stream tomorrow for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Fucking low key, you're going to be out doing it. Anyway,
I'll be out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, look, no big deal. It's going to be low key. I'm going to hang out with Mrs. Angry. We might watch some fireworks on TV or what the fuck ever.
It's
'cause-
not going to be riotous.
No,
like
'cause-
2020.
Because fuck hanging out with like actual disturbing crowds of humans.
Yeah.
No.
fuck that.
No,
Fuck that.
no one wants to do
Oh,
that.
hi, Stella.
Stella! Sorry.
Oh my god.
Super heaps love for you, Stella.
Well, just as we're leaving. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so Dr. Abalagan and I are going to go and think of you.
I always think of Stella.
I know we shouldn't think too much because we get too horny.
I start touching myself.
I know, too
Yeah.
horny on main.
Yeah.
Getting too horny. Okay.
And all right, so I'm gonna sign off for now. If you're around tomorrow night for
All right.
New Year's, I'll be doing that. But you lovely people, take care of yourself. So what was that,
Live
Stella?
long and prosper.
At least you got in. You got in.
Got
We're
in
going
before
out
then,
now.
yes.
We're going bye-bye.